so safe. If you
Does I just record straight onto that?
yeah,
Yeah.
that is everything.
SD card.
Yeah,
is
we
in.
just
It's in,
get
yeah.
the SD card.
It's in.
And
Yeah.
that's it. It's in.
I got that from you.
Oh no,
told me to
no, because this is the new one, so I just thought I didn't
Yeah,
see
we got a new joint here, you know. Something light, something light. Come
How are the
on.
boys, anyways?
I'm alright, you know.
Come on.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my god!
I'm not minding it too much, you know.
Necessary, man.
I'm not like it's
Yeah.
kind of slapping watching the World Cup.
Like you're used to the
Yeah, but World Cup tax this year.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah,
Yo, what taxes?
World Cup tax.
Oh.
Like I don't need to be out
Yeah.
anyway. I can
And
watch.
drive to work, drive home. Yesterday working from home. My employers don't watch this. Like, and then World Cup is on. I'm just chilling, you know.
I'll be watching World Cup.
There's no pressure to go outside.
Come on, man.
Nah,
I don't
it's
like
calm,
that.
man.
No.
There was a time in my life where I used to say,
Yeah.
like, I love a cold weather.
See, I never liked the cold weather. I just think it's the, and also, I think last year every winter I've been like in my room, innit? This is the first winter where I have the house. I can roam. I can do everything. I can open wine at Tuesday at 6 o'clock if I want to.
Do you
You know?
wear clothes all the time in your house?
No, I never like pajamas.
Yeah, no, as in, do you just walk around in a nip?
Yeah, like I have what? I have loungewear. Like
No,
No,
as
in the
just,
nip.
like, naked.
in a
You have loungewear.
bro.
What's wrong with
Don't.
having lingerie? Why are they cooking you for this? Wait, what's
Guys, it's coming another clip. Isn't it? It's coming another clip.
So condescending. You
Fuck,
Yeah,
man.
what's wrong with lingerie?
Fuck, man. Fuck. It's coming another clip. No. I see it. Just a tracksuit. Like I don't mean like loungewear. Like fucking.
Okay, so you just have
Yes,
So no
do you
tracksuit, you don't
yeah.
wear
Do you not?
Okay,
Do you not call
No,
it?
no, bro. I go to Penny's and buy those nice
loungewear
long
sound
pajamas
mad?
and everything.
Does loungewear sound mad when I say loungewear?
No, because it sounds like you went to go shop for loungewear.
Yeah, no, I don't. What?
Well, no, I go out my way to get some
house clothes.
house clothes. Yeah.
The African.
Like I'll just wear some.
House clothes.
You only buy pajamas.
I do now because my missus,
Yeah.
every time we're in Penny, she buys fresh pajamas. You know, girls buy fresh pajamas every now and again. So me too. One day I was like, let me try this new. You know them tracksuit ones that cuff at the bottom,
Yeah.
but they're very like basically pajamas, but like look like tracksuit. I was like, yeah, let me try this for €6. Since then, never went back.
Mary Jordan looking like a teddy bear, man.
Never went back. You guys do the old African shorts,
What
innit?
do you sleep in?
Butt ass, bro.
Boxers.
Nah, I
though.
see. I can't be butt ass during this time of year. So I just need.
You do put us every time of the other time of
So I
year.
just,
You know me.
Because I just thought about some. So I remember seeing someone was like, "You can't sleep butt naked as a man." What
Yeah, I
do you
saw
do?
that.
Go for the intruder.
You go fight
You run
some-
downstairs
you
with
go-
my big swing.
Hopefully he's dick swinging and he doesn't want to fight. He's like, oh wait, that's gay.
Yeah, well, you know.
Hey, yo.
Again, like I said, it's a bit cold this time of year. Maybe
Oh yeah.
maybe the dick don't swing as much, you know.
You don't want them to see. Your
Yeah.
Like that. Nah, yeah.
Shriveled up.
Yeah,
So
man.
you have like proper pajamas.
No, I know. Yeah, I have proper pajamas. I even have the you know the checkered ones, the stripy ones.
Oh,
But when I'm in bed, I just take them off because sometimes it gets too warm.
What's the point of having them?
And the thing is, yeah, we got like a super king, you know.
Okay.
But
Okay.
they're still on my side. Babe,
yeah,
if you're listening to this,
Okay.
yeah,
Alright, is that recording by the way?
That's-
I hate recording.
Where was I went to with my girl recently anyway, right?
Yeah.
Bro, big ass bed,
yes,
big bed.
Yes.
Why you
And I'm a big because I'm a big man.
Yes,
I need
yes,
my
yes.
space.
I know. I get what he's gassed.
Oh,
I get.
no,
Take us there.
no,
Take
I
us
need my
there.
space.
Yeah.
Today's a 6 foot plus podcast. Let's go.
Yeah.
There's only-
I know you heard that. I know you just heard that.
Why did you guys let us slide? Let Tommy tell the story. Tommy was onto something there.
and you're sleeping on my side. And like, you see, I'm not gonna wake you up to move you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be clinging onto the side.
Are you just saying?
When you're almost falling off the bed like
Yeah.
this.
I don't know how to address the situation. Like I'm.
Bro,
No,
guy-
I've literally addressed it, but it's
it's never gonna change.
It's
Nah,
not, yeah,
nah,
it doesn't change.
Well,
I think the body, like, even unintentionally or subconsciously gravitates towards us because they're attracted to us.
Sometimes.
There was one time.
Nah, they just want the full
That's
bed.
very
Don't give them that feminine.
Oh, you know what? You're right. You're right. You're
They
right.
just want the whole bed.
Yeah,
like-
No.
Yeah.
I like that.
You like
No,
that?
no,
yeah?
no.
They're just so attracted
Yeah.
to you that they can't help
Show me a
it.
second to sleep while you're sleeping.
He said
Bro.
magnetism.
Yeah. At least cuddle a little bit. Don't just push me to the side of the bed, bro. And then when you do you ever get out of bed? It's game over. Do you ever get out of bed and try to use the bathroom? Come back, they're
Yeah,
starfish across the bed.
Then you just start trying to
Grab leg. Yeah.
Just fold them up.
It's like trying to defuse a bomb. Like, if I just move this. Why?
God forbid you wake them up.
Yeah. Man. And sometimes I say straight, I'm like, babe, can you just like shift to the side? She's just like, she was just acting like she didn't know what she was doing.
Mid-sleep though, like you just wake them up mid-sleep and then...
See, Emma just gets up sharp.
Oh, okay.
So like, even when she's
like
asleep,
sleepers.
she just does be awake. So I know I can just say it out loud, like, can you just move to the side? She's like, oh yeah. But they act all cute, like they didn't know they were doing it.
No, you see, the thing that pisses me off about that is...
Tommy, maybe turn the mic. I don't know if it's on the right side. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, flip it like that. Make sure you're
Talking
getting
to
there.
this side.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me like that. My guy's like, you like that, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say, make sure we get the money shot. It's not coming in his face. But pause on that too. Pause on
No, but you be saying some. You called your boys out perky. Nah, this guy called his boys out perky.
You know what, Dave?
It was perky. It was.
Okay, you know what? He has to pass because, like, he just plays on the white side.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Dave sometimes leans into his white boy
I
banter.
said it. Like,
he leans into his white boy
only
banter.
white people say perky.
It's chestnut checkers.
Yeah, he does white boy banter.
I do not have white privilege.
He's intimidating.
If I told you my stories,
Them white people think I'm the niggas.
You see that bouncer thing in the academy?
Yeah.
It spoke to me. It spoke to me.
I know it's been like 2 weeks since we've gone through this, but who the fuck called you semi-cooked?
Nah, bro. No, hold on. My girl,
I don't even know, bro.
I wrote it down in my notes because I knew I was covering it.
Yeah.
Someone described it as something else that was wild. Someone that I know. Hold on. Because I was talking
This
about...
gonna be a clip, isn't it?
Bro, we
We can kick off from here. I'm just gonna point at the camera. This gonna be a clip.
Timestamp.
This gonna be a clip.
No, we'll pull up. I got your back.
That's the
I
most I've
don't
seen.
even know. I think it's pretty self-deprecating because I think I just made it
Bro,
up.
so you know... you know...
Be careful. We have a light skin.
You know when you go to a restaurant, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, top me, please.
So, like, steak has many stages. There's medium well, there's well done, there's rare. Someone called you a blue steak. Pan fried, bro.
He said 30 seconds on each side.
Bro, you're seared on each side. Blue steak.
Blue.
Nah, bro, you are simmered.
off. Like what?
Bro, when
I was saying medium to well done.
blue steak,
What's a blue steak, man? Like, what the fuck, like?
blood is still in there, the shit's still alive.
Jeez.
Oh, God.
Who said that?
What?
It's funny. It's funny.
I'm a journalist, right? Boys. So before I do the intro, as I like to say, you guys already saw from the beginning. This episode is on Culture Shop Media. Go like, comment, share, subscribe, comment. Beebs, I always see you comment. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
You're a
appreciate
YouTuber,
that.
so you get it.
Beebs, I'm
You
watching
get
now.
You get the interaction, so I appreciate you.
Beebs,
The
I'm
rest of
watching
you,
now.
the bosses at Culture Shop Media told us we need to get to 1K to get certain privileges.
Yeah.
Get us to 1K. I don't know what he went. Get us to 1K. Instagram, Charge to the Game Pod. TikTok, Charge it to the Game Pod. And as you can see, go click on the link. Vote us to win. I have a diss. I'm dissing everybody if I win that Black and Irish award. Tommy's sitting right there. He's nominated too. Dissing him. I'm even dissing Dave and Digi. Huh? I'm dissing everybody. So go vote for us.
As if we're letting him hug the mic if we win.
Anyways, that's all the admin
not
stuff
letting
done.
him
That
hug the
shit's cringe.
Yeah, but
man.
you see you sitting on these couches. You see the couch.
Should we
Like,
do the
come
intro,
on.
yeah?
You see the couch.
Anyways, and
Yeah.
we're here. We are Charging to the Game. We are the podcast with the highest level of analysis that the culture needs. I'm Uncle Jay, but you guys can call me Jordan. I'm here with. That's the first time you've done it in 4 weeks without
Do
looking
you
at
know
your
what? I just realized he lowers his voice octave to do it.
You
Fuck
just
the
know
people,
it.
But you were just talking to me. This
just
one like that.
know it.
You know what to
It
do.
just goes, you know, it goes.
It actually goes down to 2 octaves. This is the talking to
Who you here with? Who else you got?
Dave _ Smith without the eye, second most light skin on the podcast. What did Ronaldo say?
Nah, bro, pan fried on the
What?
podcast.
The most funny mistake. Yo, somebody even said it. I'm getting violated in this podcast recently. I'm not liking it. But the intro's not finished, man. It's not finished. What did Ronaldo call him? What did he call himself? He's an appetizing fruit.
Oh, God damn it.
It gets worse.
God damn it. I actually like this, you know. I bet you people are.
You know what? Lean into
Yeah,
it.
it is. It's an intro. People are waiting to
I'm
hear.
an appetizing fruit, man.
And who we got? Big. Introduce yourself, Ashley. Is you over here? No, your mic is
We
there.
said this last
Your
time.
mic is there.
I ain't never call him Big Daddy. I did.
But you have.
I called you Big Zaddy.
That was dope.
Before this, do you know? Before you do
Nah,
your
bro, you're sauce. You're supposed to be pan fried. No, you're definitely a blue steak. What's Big Zaddy? I need on Big Twitter. On Big Twitter.
And Snow pulled me up on it too. He's like, I know you did just say Big Zaddy.
Big
The other day,
Zaddy.
actually, Simi goes to me. Guess who just followed me? Big Daddy Grooves. I felt away, you know. I was like, why you call him that?
I just said ooh like I was excited. I'm not. Bro.
You get in trouble too.
This podcast is too much already.
I'll just send the link. I was like, yeah, missus, can you see him? He got a bit too happy.
About 10 minutes in.
He got a bit too happy. Sort that out. Yeah, this guy got a bit too happy. Actually, sorry, bro. Actually, who we got?
Big KingGrooves still, you know.
KingGrooves.
Yeah.
See, he was confused. He didn't know which one to go with.
So you just dropped
No,
the daddy.
don't worry.
innit?
You guys have called me Big Daddy. I don't need to call myself that. What?
Them guys.
He
Them
said,
guys,
if
yeah.
it's Big Zaddy, he even did the Z.
I was trying to gas him. He did a photo shoot. I just had to call him Big.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, actually. Yeah. Main man, happy belated birthday, you know?
Oh shit! Thank you.
Is this the best year of your life?
No.
No.
No, really. Actually, I saw your face when you were surprised, yeah? Is that one of the best birthdays you've had? Because when all your boys came into the room,
Bro.
your face lit up, like you could see you were
Bro,
delighted.
I'm so annoyed that she's done that now.
Because expectations.
Nah, bro, the mountain is high. Can you hear my voice?
I was saying this during the show. I was like, you did good. Now your birthday, he's got to overdo now.
I have to overdo.
That's just
No, I didn't see it coming
Yeah,
at
yeah,
all.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what's it called? We got to the room, yeah, and we're just like, cool. I was already surprised at the airport and all of that. I was like, calm.
Yeah, man.
Then I heard her knock on the door, and me, I'm just thinking, oh, she got the hotel guys to get cake or something. So I was just there chilling. I was like, oh, okay, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then just 4 people walked in silently. Didn't even make a noise. I said, yeah, don't know.
Yeah, no, your face was like genuinely like
Don't know. I
that.
was shocked.
When
I
you
was
see
shocked.
men like that, it's like, why don't we celebrate our birthdays more though? Why do
Yeah.
we not make a big song and dance about our days?
I truly don't care.
You see, babes, yeah.
I saw
women-
that. I saw she was like, why does he not care about
Women,
his
we cannot compete.
Yeah.
We can't compete. They do 18-month blueprints about what they're about to do with your
Bro,
birthday. Like you just
I've already started
cannot
planning.
compete. No.
I had
How
to
much time do you
swear.
have?
No, July.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, some girls celebrate their half birthday.
Nah, it's just dead that, man. Dead that. Because if like, I was saying it to my missus, I was like, obviously Temmie is like with 90s babies all the time. I'm like, man, Temmie gets out of the house a lot with someone that has like a kid in the family. He's just out. Me, I'm trying to like wink, you know. And then she said, yeah, look what he did for her 30th. That's why he gets those privileges.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I was like,
Oh yeah.
Touche.
well played.
You thought you were playing.
Yeah.
So how old are you now? How old are you now?
28.
Is this the year you marry or what's happening?
Mind your
this-
business, man.
Feds.
All this,
Don't
bro.
touch me. No, officer,
that,
no. No, bro, I'm just asking 2028.
But
now,
he's
yeah?
just trying to recruit everyone. So he,
Yeah.
Is this-
yeah,
So he
so,
wants recruits.
My friends
I'm
are
just
married
saying-
as
Yeah,
well.
What I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah,
is
yeah.
like if you do propose next year, 2023, you know, by 30 you're married. You know, just something to think about for me. That's all.
Jordan can't fathom that he did it young, and now he's trying to get recruits, other 20-somethings.
Bro, I am.
He's asked me the question. I'm 24.
Just pull up and say, ooh,
Yeah. No.
Fellow wants to start a married men group chat.
I'll have a night. I say yeah, married men only.
Yeah, married man brunch. You want to do that like Jay-Z married man brunch so bad.
Happy
So
birthday,
bad.
dog.
Yeah,
That was
happy
good.
birthday,
Man.
man.
We saw you guys there. You guys did your thing, man. That's why.
Yeah.
Is that why you asked? Is that the best year of his life?
Yeah, look, because obviously from the outside looking in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible
as a
things.
model for Brown Thomas.
I won't lie, that was just because I know somebody.
It's
still
you did it, bro.
Wait, Tommy, don't downplay. Call yourself a model.
You'll start that shit again. Start that shit again.
Intro yourself as a model, bro.
Photo shoot for model agency, you know, Brown Thomas.
Big Brown Thomas.
What's called 2 live shows sold out. They packed that motherfucker out.
Bro.
Yeah.
Both them bitches were packed out.
Bro.
Where's your
And
head at?
Nah,
Sugar
both them
Club?
bitches were packed out.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Bro, what's called?
You know when you can't.
Savage down 1 week.
Taser Black
Taser
one
1
week.
week.
I know there's
Come
more
on.
to
Like
come.
1 week.
Come on.
Do you guys rest?
Do you honestly, do you guys get gassed by that, or are you too in the moment to actually appreciate it? Like honestly, because
don't-
from
I
the
know he's
outside
gonna give
looking
us the
in,
genuine answer.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like I'm not appreciative.
No.
I don't. It's not. I do care,
I believe
but I
you do.
don't care.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's just it's putting out good product.
that's what's most
Yeah.
Putting out
Yeah.
good product. I don't like good product all the time. That's just it.
because I was at the show and looking at it and being there for the previous one, and I listened to the episode with Taser, and it's like, do you guys keep doing bigger, or do you do it as a stage like maybe more intimate? Because that was a show. Like what you guys did there on the Thursday was like a show.
You know when you just can't move, you're in sugar.
Yeah, you're just kind of like,
excuse me. Like,
you're standing there and you're like, this is
not move.
Yeah.
I just understand. Yeah.
But boys, okay, it's cool that we've done 2 shows, but like Talking Bollocks, I've done 5 this year.
Jeez.
5 this year, and like 4 of them have been in a 1,000 and 1.1k capacity venue.
And that's next step, is it?
And it's Vicar Street.
So what are we settling?
Yeah.
You see what's possible.
Someone has done we hear someone doing 3 Arena. 3 Arena is 14k people.
Yeah.
For podcast.
Just period.
You see, he's different. He's a global thing.
Yeah, he's global.
But there's Irish podcasts that don't do Arena.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Oh no, the thing is like, it's funny that you say that, because I feel like if it was us that did that, I'd feel the exact same way as you. But because it's someone else, I give flowers to people like, that's crazy, blah blah. But
we would do that and we wouldn't even talk about it.
Like, cool.
Someone told me, like, that's what someone was telling me, like, we're here giving him flowers. Obviously, someone's saying like, man, you niggas are too nice to each other. They said that to me. They said, I'll tell you after. They said you guys are too nice. You should actually be beefing. I'm like the same perspective. I'm like, you're looking at 3 black guys. I know you're in the moment, so it's like we've not seen this from a podcast. So we're looking at it. I was like, one, what's possible first and foremost. Like we're doing a podcast. So it's like, okay, so it's possible. Second, it's like it's just cool to, even if I wasn't doing a podcast, like it's just fucking.
I'm here to tell people right now, we are not each other's competition. Like, there's too much of a bigger picture for the rest of us. Like, I said that, fuck Tommy. But no, we're genuinely, there's too much of a bigger picture here. I checked the podcast charts today. I'm just not seeing black podcasts. I'm sorry. There's a lack of black podcasts right now. I know you touched on the charts a couple of times, but we're just not seeing it consistently. So there's a bigger picture there. Yeah, Spotify. So I was even checking that with my girlfriend. She's a bit like, you know, all due respect to these influencers and all this sort of thing, but it's like they can just more or less create a podcast and just say, I just want to do a podcast just to chat. Like, in all due respect, no, like I don't know what the content's like. I could see it and it's good content, but like they can just decide to set up a podcast with their own respective following, and that shit just blows. And it's like that's what we're kind of competing with, like, you know, the kind of like white contingent of influencers and stuff that decide to just start up a podcast. They already have 200k followers, respectable amount of following, and they're just out the water. Like, and that's what people are gonna want to see. And they're the people that might get the Vicar Street shows, the 3 Arena shows. So that's really the bigger picture. Like, we need to be touching.
And I do agree with you, but like I feel like a lot of the podcasts that are blowing now as well are podcasts that have been out for time.
It's only
and I like that too.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? And like and let's. We can't discount the fact that we're in Ireland, and the main issue that we have in Ireland right now, I believe, is that we still haven't bridged the gap.
Yeah, that's the fight we're fighting.
People don't know of our existence.
We have that conversation about diversifying the guests, like just the guests having different faces. Like people know your face, they've seen your face, and like, oh, that's, I mean, it's great that you're here. But essentially, next expansion is like, okay, maybe we need to do a better job ourselves.
Yeah, having Talking Bollocks on the podcast. Yeah. Bro, it's reflected in the numbers.
You saw in the numbers,
immediately.
Yeah, and then the next challenge is trying to retain that audience.
Exactly, on all fronts.
And not gonna lie, it's a bit impossible. You know what I mean? Because you're getting these guys like that. You're getting the Talking Bollocks guys, like the proper, like, you know. And I noticed on that podcast it was proper like how are you humor. It was like like we told people Thursdays don't exist or Wednesdays don't exist or something like that.
It was a funny episode.
That clip, and it's like then you kind of have to kind of go back to, like, you know, kind of what yous do best and stuff like that. And this is the thing, like, Irish people want to kind of just stick to what they know, kind of thing. So it's like they tune into you the following week and it's a bit like, well, you know,
this was kind of, it was this humor last week.
Yeah, it was this humor last week and it was this humor. And all these are really shown, and but we suffer from it from in the black community too. It's kind of like you can't really show range sometimes. It's like you have to just stick to the same sort of thing. On the flip side, it's the same with the white community. It's like you have to stay. And with white people as well, with white audience, it's sometimes like they think you have to stick to a genre as well of podcasts. Like, I find just with my experience, because I have white friends, like, and I'll ask them, like, I meet a lot of white people, have a lot of white friends, and the first thing they'll ask me about the podcast is what genre is it? I'm like, it doesn't have a genre. Like, it's kind of
social commentary.
It's social
whatever,
commentary. It's
like,
genre fluid. Like I can talk about anything that I want to talk about, but it's like you kind of have to. We almost all have to be Drakes in the industry. Like we have to have our ear to what appeases to different people. And I think the moment you can nail that down, that's when you start bringing them in.
Do you guys feel like Dave excluded? Do you guys feel like no? Because I say Dave excluded.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I know you didn't mean it to be rude, but that's so fucking rude.
Because okay, this is the thing. Do you have boyfriends?
Not anymore.
Do you have boyfriends?
No.
You just said you had boyfriends. So
Yeah.
Also, first of all, do you tell your boyfriends to listen?
Yeah, they listen.
Okay, good. Shout out to you, Dave's
Some of our biggest listeners are some of my friends.
Shout out to you. Who?
Shout out to Dave's boyfriends.
Shout out to you. There's my friends.
Yeah, big ups Craig. Shout out Craig.
Shout
man.
out Craig,
Shout out
yeah,
Craig.
yeah.
Craig watches.
I see
Craig shares. Craig listens.
I see
Yeah.
Share all the time. Shout out to you, Craig. But I was saying, right, minus Craig.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you connect with Irish culture? Because like I feel like sometimes a lot of the things that we might speak about.
Yeah, I'm not. I can sit this one out. Yeah. I can sit this one out.
So
To be honest,
minus you, because the thing is, I don't feel like I connect with Irish culture like that. Do you get
It
what
could
I
be our constraint, man. You don't know that.
I understand Irish culture,
Yes.
and I can connect when I need to.
That perfect. Through
But
sports
I don't-
and
yeah.
working and all those things, I get it. Like if you put me in a room with like 5 Irish guys and we're having a drink, I don't think I'll be lost. I think I'll know what's happening. But for me to connect with them for 2-3 hours on a podcast where I want to talk about things I want to talk about, maybe I don't connect to them on that level because I just care about different things.
Yeah.
I think my average experience.
But but the thing is with you're in enough areas to have the chance maybe to link. You could drum with white people. Do you know what I mean? You could drum with a white band, and then. You know that you don't know even in the moment, but that's you almost like cultivating, like not that we're looking for white recognition, but that's you kind of like gradually cultivating it. If you put yourself in different areas of the Irish industry, you're already doing that. You man on RTE, white people are seeing that as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what I'm saying. Whereas we need to.
Sorry, a lot of things have happened this year.
That's why
I've seen you on stage as well.
It's
You be doing bits. Well done to you, bro.
I don't think about once anything is done. I don't think about it anymore.
I think that's probably like there's the mentality sometimes you have to live in it. You live in it while you're in it.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you do because like that moment.
I barely do. Like I forgot we did the RT thing, and then I was on my phone and just saw RT and tagged where's the head. I was like, what fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, oh
yeah.
That's what we did ages ago.
Exactly.
The funny moment at the show was going to the bathroom and I saw Tolu. Shout out to you, Tolu. As Pre-Drinks podcast where we checked that out. So I'm chatting to Tolu. I'm like, oh man, the boys are killing it. Training the people, they're shifting the culture, whatever. I'm trying to shit to him like a bit tipsy, whatever, drunk. And Tommy just walks out the bathroom and says, "Thank you, boys." I'm like, if this moment we're just saying like, "Fuck these guys, they're not even that good."
Yeah.
I can't believe I paid money to see
Oh,
them.
no, but genuinely-
Tommy comes out the bathroom
Because I was taking a piss.
Like,
I won't lie, I was taking a piss. I was like, yeah, gas sauce. Yeah. Holding my dick piss like, yeah, gas sauce. Yes.
I was like, everybody's just in earshot. Even if it didn't even have to be him. It could have been just anybody that knows them. And
Listen, man, if you're
Tommy
talking shit, it's pure hating.
Yeah,
It's pure
yeah,
hate.
yeah.
Because
if
they.
you pay to come to my show, you talk as much as you want.
Thanks for the money. He added to the big pot.
Like Floyd Mayweather said, it's like haters and lovers pay the same price of admission.
But that's what I mean. Like just as I said, like overall, like little things like that, positioning yourself like that, just to the overall Irish masses. I think that will be the goal next, and that's what I'm saying. If we have podcasts like that, bridging the gap like that, like you man on Where's Your Head, I'm saying Where's Your Head. I'm saying use lot on RTE, like you drumming here, there, and everywhere. Like that, it's little things like that.
I think one thing I think about as well is when it comes to getting these opportunities and doing these things is for every one guest that isn't our normal guest, right? For every one person we get on the podcast, if we can retain one person, that's it.
That's
You're
it.
doing 52 a year.
Yeah.
So if you retain one, you got 50 new.
Because talking balance, you might not retain them all, but you might have retained a quarter of that,
Bro,
and that's a new
white
audience.
people recognize us for like a month in town,
bro.
after that happened.
Yeah.
I'm walking, it's like, oh, you were with the lads, you do the podcast. I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what story about
Yeah, exactly.
What's the thing is like we are in a country where unfortunately just having the black audience is never going to be enough.
It won't be.
No, it's true.
Like
It's true.
It's just literally never going to be enough because if you think about it, let's say out of all of us that are here, half of them probably don't even listen to podcasts. Half of that probably don't even like you. You're not really. There's not that many people left over. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you have to get the.
Is that the goal too, man? Because obviously you're in UK doing a few podcasts. The goal is not just your. Obviously, you're like, okay, like they just said, the black audience isn't enough to even go there and get some of the black audience over there. Because obviously, listen to the one with Savage Dan, and it goes back to that point you made. It's like a lot of podcasts have been probably working years, and we're only seeing them now. And what he said, it was like Chucky's probably doing these things for 7 years, and we're seeing Chucky maybe pop last 2 years. Yeah. Whereas Madam Joyce, it's year one, and fair play to her because there's a pathway now and there's a road to go. So is that kind of the aim now when you're going there? Because the growth can be quicker, essentially, now in 2022 that it was in 2015, essentially.
And like also, like, it took us a while to realize this, but we have clout.
Yeah.
And it works now because like
you've been said this to us.
Yeah, because Snow does all the reaching out to the guests, and he made me realize this. He just goes, he was DMing people, and he just goes, let me just try see what happens, and he's DMing people, and they're like, oh, I'd love to come on. I'm like, you.
Yeah.
I look up to you, and you'd love to come on to our thing.
Yeah.
DM everybody, bro. What are you talking to me about?
No, that's cool.
Like what?
Sorry, no, finish.
No, that was it.
Even what's called even when on the Taser episode when it's like we live show and he's like, oh yeah, 22nd
the 17th of November, yeah.
And you're
so
like,
yeah, I saw you man's on Dammy's thing.
I saw Dammy's episode.
Yeah.
You never know who's watching. You know what's so funny about that? Yeah, one of my closest friends. Yeah, I now know her. I know her because she started listening to podcasts.
Is she pretty?
Of course it's a her, man. Of course it's a her.
Is she another one of your pretty friends? Yeah.
Double down. I'm
sorry, and you're single as well, yeah.
Why is this a narrative?
No, double down, bro.
Why is this a narrative?
Down.
Is it confused as why this is a narrative?
No.
Bro, one of your pretty friends said it was a narrative.
He listens to the pod. He listens to the pod.
I say all that to say you don't know who's listening and you don't know where podcasts reach. You know, back in you guys were pod during SoundCloud days, were you?
No.
No, but back in SoundCloud days, bro, I would see the most random countries come up: Netherlands, Finland, Singapore. I'm just like
one guy.
You see it on Anchor now.
Yeah.
I'm seeing. Who's listening to us in Estonia? What are you doing? Do you even know English? What are you talking about?
Where is your hair at? I love it.
Bro, it's mad.
I saw that. Someone was doing a YouTube video and it was an interview. Pretty big now. Like my missus knew who he was. But he said he just started doing videos on YouTube every week. He's getting 12 views, 13 views, 12 views for weeks. One of them views was Oprah.
I saw that.
Oprah? What?
Oh, he has a TV show.
Yeah, he has a TV show.
Yeah.
And that's when I shifted. You know the music before the episodes. That's why I put Irish artists. Because I'm like, you know, I actually don't know who's listening. Dave doesn't need my promo. Dave is grand.
Yeah,
Dave's grand. But this Irish person, someone might listen and be like, this is kind of cold. Who is this person? After I saw that, I was like, 13 lists, but you don't know. Because we look at the numbers,
one of them,
but we don't know which actually, if we narrow it down, who's listening to you.
Yeah.
Like, and it's crazy once you actually start meeting people. Because you know, like this is the thing with numbers here. 100 listens doesn't seem like that much, but 100 people is a lot of fucking.
Bro, if you told us right now, it showed 100 people, we don't think we'll just be like, let's give it to me right now. Get out of here,
bro. And not only 100 people, 100 people you don't know,
bro.
It's a dopamine hit. Then you bump into them. Bro, I love the podcast.
I was watching, I was on stage looking onto the crowd. I promise you, everyone I was seeing were people I knew. Everyone I knew at the back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, who the fuck are all of you?
Doing cool
yeah.
It's
true, yeah. That was said as well. So we're just all chilling on the
back. I was like, who the
yeah.
fuck are all these man? Not in a bad way. Do you get me? I'm just like,
what, you spent 2 hours listening to me a week,
bro. And you're out here, like you physically, bro. There was a girl that flew out to Dublin twice to come see us.
Jeez.
She missed the first one because she fell asleep.
Charge. She
fell asleep in a hotel and she DM'd us. We were like, I will stick you on the door for the next one. And she came out again. I said, that's when I knew. I was like, oh shit.
People
like,
fuck with us.
These are like
people's weeks.
Bro, these are like people that we obviously have some sort of impact on.
Yeah.
But what's it called? It's just like the thing is like, because for me, I've started listening to podcasts every years ago or whatever. Remember I used to listen to a stupid amount of podcasts.
That's me now.
Yeah.
Like, you know when you're younger, you kind of, not that I care about all the celebrity news and all that kind of shit, but you kind of like, you look at these artists and all this kind of shit, it's like, oh, that's crazy. But then now I started listening to podcasts more. It's like meeting people like Taser and them, man, mean more to me than meeting some of these.
I always say this: you have an intimate relationship. Like, I know it's like corny to say, but it's, you have a more intimate relationship with someone that's in your ear for 2 hours a week for 4 years than a Will Smith that's in a movie.
But I think if I meet Joe Rogan, I'll pass out.
You fuck with Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I listen to Joe Rogan. Like, that's my go to bed podcast. I said it for a time.
Every guest. Really?
Yeah.
I'm very selective.
There's always something interesting.
I listen to.
There's always some.
I'm Joey Diaz. That's my bedtime.
Joey Diaz as well.
Yeah, Joey Diaz.
But what I say all that to say, like, there's things I've heard on some of these podcasts that I've actually put into my real life.
Yes.
You actually impacted my life in a way of like, right, like I changed something that I do
because of.
You have to understand the British guys.
The conversation that you guys had, and that might be something for you. There people like might be like, oh shit, I never thought about that. Oh shit.
You might have said something and someone's like, I'm going to do this now because Tommy said this. And now that's like, you said it in passing and it doesn't, like, you're just talking with your boys. And like Deji saying that little word, it's like when you go to church, you don't listen to anything, but there might be that verse or that word and you'll be like, I'm taking that home.
The British guys across the shores, they've like completely shaped how I even podcast. Because I actually, like, what I used to do is, like, when I started doing the podcasting thing, I literally started doing it trying too much to be like Joe Budden, sensationalized American, bracket, throw them all in, drink champy kind of thing. And I realized that's not what I like doing. It's like I actually just want to come on to a podcast and talk first. But how do I make that insightful? How do I make that entertaining? And I genuinely think Chucky has shaped completely the way I podcast.
Definitely.
Like, just...
The way you podcast?
Just my influence.
Oh, yeah,
it's my influence. Like, anything we have here, even little things we have here, subconsciously is my influence. Having a couch like this, sitting a couch.
This setup, they've like fought like.
I fought for this setup, camera
like
transition.
the way Chucky does
all this sort of thing.
What was it on before?
It was just one camera.
One camera. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they was like, nope.
That's before we. Actually, no, we're in the studio when we're doing one camera angle.
We did one episode.
That definitely, like, it shaped how so it's just mad, like, even seeing like I used to watch Savage Dan as well, and he just come on like nonchalant. Remember, Savage Dan always says in a podcast, I never wanted to do this podcast thing. It just fell on my lap. You know, in that sense where he just come in and chat.
I remember he's the most regular, like not regular, but like he's just like, oh, what's good, boys?
Yeah,
you know that episode wasn't supposed to be that long.
Yeah.
There was a miscommunication. He goes, I can give you man half an hour.
Yeah.
Stayed for an hour 13.
To give is one of the best stories of the
bro.
They nearly got killed.
Bro.
That
story made me scared of him.
Yeah.
Because
you weren't scared of him before. Savage Dan.
No, I was scared of him before, but like, how come my guy say the cartel guy was the one that was in problem? I said, bro, what do you know? That's what I was thinking. I was like, bro, what are you exposed to? What have you done in your life that you feel?
Before in the pod about Thailand or something.
What?
You went Thailand?
No, this was Mexico.
This is another story though.
Oh shit!
He did a madness in Thailand. He was fighting some guys or something like that. Yeah.
Bro, I'm like, what have you experienced in life that you look at a guy that's connected to a cartel and said, you're in problem because I'm here. Yeah. Yo, I don't want to have no problems with you.
Well, as always, we like to say to everybody, big ups to you, man. Keep doing the thing, shifting the culture. Actually, the thing I wanted to ask here, because I saw it on the timeline today.
God.
Do you guys have any icks that you get off women?
It's crazy. Like, I was just looking at the thread, the tweet.
Because I was thinking about it. I was like, apart from ordering a beer,
you don't mind?
No, that gives me the ick.
What kind of beer though? Because you know, like,
if she orders the Guinness, allow me.
Right.
If they order
Chiefs and
a
cup of bread, Bulmers, maybe.
What if she gets like a Desperados or Heineken in a bottle?
Heineken in a bottle.
Yeah,
no, I think it's a pint. Pint Heineken, that's icky, man.
So
when they sneak drinking, it's pragmatic, but it's the ick.
I'm not gonna lie, not for me. I benefited of that shit in Afro Nation. Dude, there was a girl. I don't know who she was till today. I was just standing at the one section like this, and she just like we just start talking, and she just goes, "Oh, your drink is finished." I was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go get my drinks." Yeah, because your drink is finished. She goes, "Oh, give me a cup." Just pours out a bottle or something. Here you go.
I said, was wild like that. I was just standing there with my drink was almost finished. What? The drink is full. I just kept popping up.
Oh,
Afro Nation sounds like Afro. Every time I hear Afro Nation, it's like good vibes. It's all I hear.
But
good vibes.
This is probably my best summer experience. Yeah, and I don't even think the year that happened after the next one,
because actually
definitely wasn't as good.
Got put off was a pandemic. I think it was this year. 2022 was the Afro Nation that happened after the pandemic. 2020 couldn't happen. 2021
wasn't as good.
I was already tell. I heard that show was like spring break.
No. I looked at it. It was like it didn't look as good.
Anyway, a woman that gets in too much trouble at the bar, it's an ick. Like when she's too drunk and she's a bit mad and the bounce has to reprimand her a little bit or
I don't like
when they lose composure.
They don't have to start on the bouncer or headbutt the bouncer or anything, but just when they're getting in too much trouble, it's like ew.
If you're a girl and you're throwing a headbutt,
they do it though. They do it.
Well, what would you do to me?
They said when
I do.
No.
Wait.
No,
okay.
sorry. Actually, no. Picture this. Picture this. You're on a night out, and you're in a night out. You might be at the bar getting a drink or whatever for you or your babes. You turn around and your babes is what?
She said to the bouncer, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" And she went to hit him at headbutt.
That gives you the ick.
When they order a baby Guinness, like, why are you ordering that little?
Baby Guinness slaps.
No, that little sweet.
What is a baby Guinness?
Sweet shot.
Have you ever done a baby Guinness shot? It's like a little shot of baby Guinness.
It's what's it called? Jägermeister?
That little brown shot. No, not even a Jägermeister. It's literally like something like that, and they just put
Baileys on top.
No, that's a little sweet
baby
shot.
Guinness is like a beautiful. I've had a shot of it before. It's a beautiful shot. I just never know what was inside. So
it's a beautiful shot. Yeah,
it's a beautiful shot.
Somewhere
they said when she enters, she constantly enters Instagram competition and doesn't win.
They said no. Big up Chris. Don't say they said. Credit this man, Chris, because he had me floored. What did Chris say? What did he say? Let me wheel this up. He said when her stylist recording a video and she's struggling not to look at the camera. you know when I have the angle down, and she's just like,
and you just see I just doing this like that inside to side. Bro, I can see you looking, man.
I don't think I have a personal ick though.
Some guy tweeted when she wants someone above 6 foot, but her dad is 5'6".
Why is the dad? The dad is sitting at home. He's catching strays.
Someone said they've broken her heart more than 5 times.
She's the problem.
Bro.
She's the problem.
Keep going.
Why so easy to? I'm not gonna say that. Don't worry.
I was herself a foodie, but her favorite restaurant is La Parada.
That's
American. That's very
that's
content.
yeah.
You have to understand.
Princess treatment only.
100%.
No, someone said when they show birthday week on their birthday, I'm like, no, please.
Princess treatment only, bro. Why do these girls think they deserve that? What do they do to say princess treatment only? Because I hear this a lot, yeah. But then I'm like, what do you provide for princess treatment? Is it just because I'm a woman, I should get princess treatment only?
I think so,
yeah.
That is icky then.
That's it,
that
man.
is icky.
That's it, man. They link princess.
What's going on? Let's talk about this academy thing, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had a 45-minute conversation with my dad about this.
Did you watch the full video that the two guys released?
No, I didn't watch. I saw the one
the bouncers.
No,
the guys.
The two guys have a podcast called Tea Time.
Oh, okay.
And they released
they said this gonna be content.
they
did though. They did.
Don't talk about this.
Though.
No,
they did.
It was 17 minutes long, and he explained the full situation.
Okay.
There's no way you can call it racism.
No,
even
looking at that, because it's like I always say, it's like because no word or slur was said, a lot of people can be looking at us like they can not our counterparts, as they would like to say. They might be able to excuse it, but
we can't say that anymore. We want white audience.
Oh, is it? We can't
say counterparts anymore.
But being black and watching that, you know exactly what time it was.
Yeah.
You know exactly what it was.
Being in college, there was one specific club as well. We go, he just look at you. Not tonight, lads.
Not tonight, bro. So your brother, we're all going out one time, and I don't know if your brother was pulling up from England or he was just pulling up to the home for the first time in a minute. So he came to the home, and he came with Fems. He came with a Femi. So do you remember the time Nathan's Dreads era, that sort of thing? Yeah. I think you remember. So we went to the home. We pulled up there, and you know when the bouncers, you see the bouncers when they're just letting in any 17-year-old kid. You know you see the kid, you're like, that's a kid, man. That's a kid. But they're letting in people, they're letting in whoever, and the funny thing is with Femi and Nathan is Nobody finds them welcome to the club. Well, we're not intimidated. Like, we're not intimidated. But no, they would clean up if anything. White girls love them. They clean up. Nobody's intimidated by them. They clean up any girl, any race, anything. Like, so they pull up and the bouncer's like, nah, not tonight. And they're asking like, why? What's the story? What's wrong? And they're like, just trying to give different excuses. I'm like, I don't know, lads. The dreads kind of come off a bit intimidating.
Is that what they said?
Bro, that's what they said.
Bro, like,
that's what they said.
It's always stupid shit as well. Oh, back when I didn't really drink like that, you drank too much. I don't drink.
Yeah, I had that too. I went to Button Factory. You was allowed to try saying I have white privilege. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me.
But that's just it's the most annoying thing to deal with.
I pulled up the Button Factory. Yeah, so this is my freshers. I pulled up the Button Factory. I'm literally trying to get my boyfriend together. Like, he's drunk. He drank too much. Whole time at Button Factory. If you're a bouncer and you can see by your peripherals of the line, you can see that I'm there trying to sober my guy up. I'm like, snap out. You can see I'm the one that's fine. And I'm literally there like trying to sober him up. So I get to the end of the line. It's like a Polish bouncer or something. He's like, no, not tonight. I says, why? So you know the way Button Factory is like parallel from Gay Spar, Shell Gay Spar. So it's.
Are they paying us?
Nah. What's going on? Showing the Shell Gay Spar. Yeah, no. So parallel to Gay Spar. They were literally just like, oh yeah, no.
Parallel to what?
Button Factory entrance is parallel to like Gay Spar. You can see where it's facing.
What's he saying? Gay Spar.
It's called Gay. It's called Gay Spar. It's literally it's the Gay Spar near Georgia Street. It's called Gay Spar. Okay. So literally, it's the Spar on Georgia Street. So it's parallel to that. So the bouncers are literally just like, oh yeah, like not tonight. I was like, what? I'm not drunk. Like, and they're like, no, you've had too much, pal. Too much. He's like, you need to go into the Spar, get a coffee and get a sandwich or something. No, initially I suggested that. I said, I'm not even drunk. I said, I can prove to you that I'm not drunk. If you want me to go to Spar, grab a coffee, do whatever. They said, nah, we made our mind up, not tonight. So I said, you know what, fuck this. So my dad has worked on doors as well. And he has friends, he has connections around town of people that worked at doors. So if it wasn't by chance I walked around the corner, I just gave up and like, I'm not even fighting a good fight anymore. I know these guys aren't gonna let me in. Yeah. So I went around the corner. And by chance, I saw one of my dad's pals, Val. He's a big Russian guy, like, working on the door. And Val's like, David, where are you going? And all this stuff. And I'm literally like, oh, I'm going back to my dad's. Like, I'm just not getting in. And he goes around with me and he's like, bro, this guy's not drunk. Like, let him in and all this stuff. And bouncers, man,
Did they let you in?
Bro, they don't want to admit that they're wrong. So he did the whole, oh, well, let him in if he goes to that Spar and gets the coffee and the sandwich, which I initially said. So he lets me in at the end, but it's like they don't want to.
I don't want to go in anymore.
Yeah, at that stage, it was like
I don't even want to go in at that stage.
I had too much to do this, man. I would have just And about that video, I watched the one at the academy. The guy then has to tell the bouncers, like, look, I'm not even angry, I just want to talk. In my mind, it's like he knows if he now appears to be annoyed and he appears to be the angry black guy, essentially. Now, all of a sudden, the narrative switches and he's at fault. Because he's saying in the video, I'm not angry, I just want to talk. I'm like,
there was mismatch aggression from jump.
Yeah.
He just came to speak to the guy, and you could tell the guy was ready to swing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you, it looked like he was ready to swing too.
Oh, yeah. No, like...
What's the word you
told me? He looked like it was...
Exactly.
He looked like he could defend himself.
Yeah.
But the guy came in like...
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah, he was
the guy was ready to fight.
He was ready to fight. I'm just like, bro, he's asking you a question. Like, relax.
That's the first time I'm like, not the first. I'm actually glad the cancellation worked and the academy did something.
Yeah.
Did you not see what happened on Twitter?
No.
Jacob Banks basically said, if I don't get a response within the next few hours, I'm not doing my gig tonight.
Wow. Fair play, man.
His gig was either yesterday or 2 nights ago, because I'm not doing my gig tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's crazy like that. You know what as well, yeah? I feel like that shit always happens to us. And I feel like as black people, we do this thing where we don't like to complain. So we just allow shit.
No.
Because that's been happening for years. Like, that's always happening.
Well, it's like you said, it can be plausible deniability where they can just deny it and then it looks like we just use that as a tag, and then us claiming something to be racist then is somehow weaponized.
Complaining is tiring, bro.
It's tiring.
I don't want to always talk about
it. Yeah. Bro, it's tiring, but in the era that we live in now, that the perception of things are so important to these companies and stuff like that, that if you complain, you'll get what you want. My dad says next time that happens to a guy, don't even confront the bouncer. Say, and report him to
I forget what it's now. I'll get you to fucking throw in the edits or something. I don't know. I know you're not throwing it in the edits, but just he said, moral of the story, just report it. Don't even square up, go toe to toe with these bouncers because they have made their mind up. Listen, a lot of these bouncers, they do not have social skills, and I can tell you that. As a guy that's worked beside my dad who's worked with some of these guys, they do not have people skills. I haven't developed them. They will hand out a bouncer license to fucking anybody tomorrow. Yeah. And that's the thing. And they'll pay you €12 an hour. You're sitting there for about 13 hours on the door. You're going to try and make this fun. So it's like, this night's going through too smooth. This place is too nice. I have to make it a bit fun for myself and not let him in just cause.
Yeah, and it's a power.
Yeah. I've been standing here all day like a donut. Like, why should I just stand here all day and not have fun with it? Yeah. You're not getting in.
To piggyback on what Gage is saying, it's like, I'm with you. Like, we don't like I don't want to complain, and I don't sometimes, even at work, I always say so sometimes I don't want to be seen because when I'm not seen, I'm not in trouble. Yeah. Like, you just leave me alone, and it comes from being at home. Like, as African kids, like when your parents are not calling your name, you're not in trouble. So sometimes you don't want to be seen, and to piggyback off that, it's like saying it's why sometimes I was like, BLM, Black Lives Matter can be so performative, like these people don't care. But recently, with everything happening in Qatar, and my friend actually, shout out to you again, Morris, I'm having this conversation with him. He says like, look, I know people here say it's performative, yeah, but what if this performative actually it changes something? It's like 5 years ago, this video probably wouldn't do anything. It'll just happen, and it'll be in the wind, and it'll be another topical point. Nothing happens to that bouncer. But in the back of the last 2 years, with like Black Lives Matter and corporations being conscious, and so now there's going to be suspension, and so it kind of gave me a different perspective. Sometimes I'm looking at everything in Qatar, and I'm like, they're just being performative. These people don't really care. They just want to hear for the World Cup.
Everywhere we look.
Yeah, but he was like, look, they might not care, but the more you put the scrutiny on this company, like Jacob Banks put it on them, it might have started off as performative, but now people might use this privilege now. It's like, and they might get workers right in Qatar, and they might do all of this. We can just be like, it's all performative. But what if the performative nation, because he went to live in Niger for 2 years, he's like, in Niger, there's none of these nepotism, performative, anything. They'll just tell you go home. Like, it doesn't work. So we live in a world where we're complaining that things are performative, whereas it can actually bring change. Yeah. Or there's parts of the world that they don't give a fuck. Like, there's no change you can bring.
Fuck your performance.
We have to complain sometimes because it might bring change.
It's not might, like, because even the thing is, like, you know, when you're like at a restaurant or something, you might get a meal that you don't really like. I said, yeah, it's fine, so whatever, it's nothing. But the thing is, if you're actually complaining, they'll probably just bring you another meal. Like most times. Yeah, most times because they do that. Do you know what I'm saying? But I think we're just like
we're conditioned to suck it up.
Yeah, suck it up. Yeah,
sucking it up is not the answer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we're going to continuously get turned away from these places because the thing is, cool. If it's one complaint, calm. It's your word.
I think it's ingrained in us to be respectful in a lot of situations, so we're not like gonna come on any sort of disrespect to something, and like it's like the narrative that like black people are too forgiving of certain situations. It's just like sometimes
I hear that it's sometimes we are like literally what say we're too conditioned of authority. Yeah, like whether it be the pastor in the church, our parents,
you've got to respect it.
You're just gonna be like, you know what, that's authority. If it tells me to go away, I'm annoyed because it'll happen with our parents. Yeah. We'll be annoyed, but we'll just go away and we don't do anything. But some people will go back and have conversations with their parents, or they'll complain to their parents, or they won't have it. Like I guess we have to do it.
If you get in trouble in school with one of your teachers, your mom isn't coming to back you. Your mom is coming to listen to the teacher. Why are you doing that? Listen to the teacher, and then it's back.
So you don't even want the teacher to see you after a while. Yeah, after a while, just sit at the back. Teacher, don't see me, because if I get in trouble, whereas some people come in like sometimes it's wrong. They're backing their kid regardless of what's happened. Some people be like, no, my kid said this happened. My kid said this happened. Is this happened? And so they know, okay, if I speak up, there is a solution that can be brought from you. Whereas we think that if I speak up, it might just be more long for me. Like Tommy said at the beginning, it's like, man, complaining is long, and that starts from.
But you just reminded me of a horrible time in my life.
It's cool.
Yeah, but
how do you trigger Tommy's trauma? Go ahead.
No, I was in primary school, sorry, and my mom worked in the same school.
Okay.
Hey. You gotta stay in check. But you didn't, did you?
No, bro. I just remember this one day in particular. She just goes, yeah, Tommy, you know what? I'm done. I'm sick of you. Like, we're going. She grabs me by the hand and walks me down to this, walks me like halfway to where my mom was working. But I was begging this woman.
Because they don't understand that.
They don't get it.
Is this in Europe or back?
Europe and Ireland.
Because you're not walking me to speaking for my mom.
Yes.
You're walking me to beating.
So beating.
Bro, like I
walking
would
me
have
into
a
the
long
abyss.
day when I get home.
Yeah.
Long.
I don't know what's
Say,
happening.
miss, I promise you I will not say a word
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Please. Nah. That was so scary. Like I know she enjoyed that year. She enjoyed it.
Because she knew you had to behave.
Oh, I was a
She
good
knew-
boy.
And the thing is that some of these teachers, they knew. My year head, shout out Mr. Pierce, big up to him. He knew because one of the parents like came in and told him, "These kids are misbehaving, beat them." So the parents said that. So he would do it, yeah. When the parents came back and said, "Did you beat them?" Like he obviously didn't do it initially. The same parent came back again and said, "I told you if this guy is misbehaving, beat him." So he started like taking a few liberties. Like he was an older guy from Cork. He was actually
He actually hit you guys.
bro. The
What?
guy was like, Mr. and dump. It starts like this, yeah. So where's your PE gear? Back of the leg. That was his spot. Back of the leg. And then after what? It's conditioning,
that
yeah.
guy's a sicko. That's a calculated place. Because he will not show that many marks. Yeah. They might think it was football.
What's the conditioning you have? We're used to beatings, like authority, older people. Like,
Yeah.
this amount, like not that far removed from beatings at home. So I'm like, if I misbehave in school, and
Yeah,
Mr. Pierce
yeah.
hits me. My mom is probably gonna
Mr.
think
Pierce.
More
Yeah.
time, like. it didn't-
I hope he retired though. It was good. Actually, he was actually a good guy in the end of it. Is that Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's Stockholm syndrome.
My guy fell in love with an abuser.
Said no to the beatings.
My guy fell in love with an abuser.
I
yo.
said beatings. Say
Because
less.
he's a great guy. I
Yeah.
loved him so much.
But yeah, no, like, and that's the thing.
You didn't get him. You didn't
Even when I got
understand
mixed up in primary school, I got the beating of my life, and I was right. Like, I was in the right, and then I got beaten.
Yeah.
And then the teacher got fired.
But what are you man's doing in that situation though? If the bouncers like, are you reporting? Are you guys still gonna keep quiet and just get on with your day and your life?
My thing is, I think I
can't be
don't.
arsed,
I
man.
have a lot of empathy for people in that situation, but I can't connect to it because that's not my life. I don't go out clubbing, so it's very rare that I face situations with bouncers. Full stop. Talk less of facing a situation where I'm being turned away from a.
He said when I'm outside, I'm
Yeah.
checking this now.
No, but you see, that's special to people, bro. In my life, I've only ever paid for one festival. Because I know someone that's going or I'm playing at it. So like I don't have to face these situations, you get
You know
me?
what? That's right as well. Because the thing is, like when I was in college, I had to go to these places. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I'm going out, probably Vela or one of these events
And-
are thrown out.
Yeah,
Like I said, I've actually never experienced white clubbing in Dublin.
And the
Yeah.
thing is, these things are a bit more like prevalent. That these it was in academy. Like it's in these places. In anytime I experienced it, it was in the academies, the tram lines, the button factories.
Yeah,
Like I'm going to like 21
it's a
places,
white
and
space.
and 23 places now. So you don't expect that. Like you expect everybody to be mature and
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like the whole, environment to be mature. But I used to get it a lot though in these places when I was a kid. Like I don't know if you remember Everly Gardens. This place
Yes,
is I think it's closed now.
It's closed now, yeah.
So I went there. Bro. I went there on a work night out, and I went out with obviously work friends and that. So I'm dancing or whatever, catching a vibe, doing whatever. But I get dragged out by two
Catching a
bouncers.
vibe or catching a wine. So you're in a white space. You're in a
But-
white space.
but no,
The white space.
Do you see? I
No,
know.
but my boy did on the white
they
space.
tried
I'm not
talking
gonna
about
out
it.
him, yeah. It's on the middle of the dance floor, fingering girl. That's what they do in
Oh
white
my
spaces.
gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, yeah, I get
Jesus
dragged.
Christ.
I get dragged.
I know the guy didn't wash his hand as well.
No, I didn't.
No.
boy
He came
did,
up
boys.
to me after. He goes,
Oh, white boys are crazy, man.
Bro, there's dry drink on his hand.
Oh,
"What were you both guy?" I was just like,
Yeast infection
I was
yet
like,
waiting
bro,
to
what are you
happen.
doing that
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
man?
Oh,
What
yeah.
are you
Pink
doing
eye somehow.
that for?
Yeah, but I literally got dragged out to the side, and I was literally just like, I was like, what's happening? And they're like, yeah, they're trying to accuse me of selling drugs. They're like, were you selling tonight? And I was like, no, I wasn't selling anything. Bro, they pointed at some gangly string of shit like at the other side, some lanky white guy. He's literally out of his head. And he's like, yeah, it was him. He sold it to me and all this stuff. I was like, I didn't sell this guy anything. And they were like, so I was so confused. I remember they made me take off my shoes, take off my socks, take off everything. They did to pat me down, everything like that.
In front of everyone.
They pulled me outside, but even my work colleagues went to like the door to see what was going on, and they just see me getting like not stripped down, but getting everything taken
Might as well
off,
be
pat
stripped,
down,
yeah.
humiliating. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? So I went. So I didn't even like understand and navigate what was happening. I was just like, they're probably just being cautious. They're probably just being. Funny enough, it was one of my colleagues that was literally like, no, they're being racist. So they're being racist, and so she confronted him for the whole night, and she was like, no, you're being racist. You're being. Bro,
go fight.
Why people that clock the microaggression? You've a special place in my heart. You've a special place in my heart. They did BLM last year. People were like, so there's microaggressions? That's a thing? It was like, that's fucking been a thing.
Bro, like, the funny thing about that whole George Floyd area was I got white people that I know DMing me.
Yeah.
Like, bro, yes, hope you're okay with everything that's happening.
I'm good.
I'm like, bro,
I'm chilling right now.
You've been fucking borderline racist to me.
He said the same thing on the podcast last week. He was like, the people that were bullying her are the ones not DMing her. I didn't know you go through this.
Bro.
It was you fucking...
Bro, why you fucking fuck off, man? I aired half of them. Fuck off. Like, don't...
It's because you know that Irish racism isn't call you nigga to your face.
It's not overt. No.
Yeah. You're fucking tanking.
Yeah.
What is your tank?
Yeah, but the fact that, and you probably get this too. Every time I go out,
I was about to say, bro. If let's just say you're a white guy and I'm your black friend, but if I see you 10 times in the space of 2 months, every single one of those times, you refer to the fact that I'm big.
Bro, I get it all the time. But every single time.
But sometimes I'm just...
Call yourself Big Didge, so...
Someone just goes, you're huge.
Stockholm syndrome.
Look at it.
Someone goes, you're huge. I start saying, man, really, thanks for reminding me. I forgot, man. Thanks a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Besides you.
I was like, really, man?
I'd hate to fight you. I'm just like, bro.
You get fed up of it, like...
Bro, it's every single time.
Yeah.
Like, and it's one of those things, like, you know when someone else might see that as flattering, but it's kind of like, it stops being flattering after every single time. It's like, bro, you know, like, you can call me funny, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I actually have a personality.
Yeah.
But it's always,
you're so easy. That's why I really love the insult to Lanky String of Piss.
Yeah.
It's the most unique thing I've ever heard in my life about my height.
Lanky String of shit. It's a piece of shit.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're huge.
Yeah.
You're Lanky String of Piss. I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
How do you come up with that?
I think gotten to a place where we're just so used to racism now. At this point, it's just like, I just make it funny so I can laugh with you.
Yeah.
That's why last time I experienced it kind of taken me back, because it's like you're saying, there's certain spaces I'm not in anymore. If I am at an event, it's the Where's Your Head At show. People look like me. Yeah. When we go out to the gala thing, I'm in a room with black and Irish people. So people those are the spaces that, even in church, I mean, the people, for the most part, apart from work, I'm in rooms with people that share the same experience. So when I heard that comment about, like, are you security? I was like, was that racist? That's why I was taken back a bit, because I'm not.
If I experience racism in a place that I expect to experience racism, I'm like, yeah, all right, I expected to experience that. But if I'm in like areas where I didn't expect any, I'm just sitting there dumbfounded. I'm like, what actually? Like, I went to a bar on Baggett Street. I remember Craig and my guy Carl got served, and I literally would have walked in behind. I would have just went to the toilet, walked in, would have been here behind him, so this would have been the tree. So I remember the barman's there giving them drinks, having a laugh with them. So then I kind of veer and I go, yeah, can I have a drink? The guy airs me. Yeah. He's airing me, and it's about another 5 minutes before I'm literally like, guy, I was just with these two people. Like, I'm like, why did you
notice it as well?
This is what I'm saying. Like, shout out Black Lives Matter, because there's many people clock a lot of shit now. There's many people clock a lot of shit. You know, when I didn't even have to clock, and they're like, David, you were right behind us. What took you so long? The barman was just stiff-arming me the whole time for like 5 minutes, just airing me. And they're like, he served us straight away. Yeah. So guys, put 2 and 2 together. Like, the guy's being racist. It's some posh bar in Baggett Street. I'm like, what is happening?
Bro,
like,
every time you go to certain bars.
Yeah.
Literally. You walk in there just like...
in the rugby shirts.
I walked into a bar I walked into 2 different bars on a Sunday night, and it was just like,
yeah,
it was like, the fuck is this? Like,
what the fuck is this nigga doing?
Remember the last time you experienced racism? Like, in your, like, even like that low key sly one, or because like you said, you're not even in certain spaces anymore to be in those, bro.
I can't remember, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I was actually thinking about something, as to go back to the conversation we were having about like getting the podcast beyond our spaces. Like, we're a big problem to that.
What you mean?
Because all of us, our circle is only mainly black people. So like, why do we expect our podcast to leave our circles if we're only within our circles.
He's got diversity quota on this podcast.
We do you know how much we banter Dave. We said, Dave, get your white friends.
I'm
Dave is
the
like,
glue.
they're not doing any cool shit.
No, because you know what it is, yeah? Once I got out of secondary school and I realized that I actually, outside of work, I don't have to interact with whites. I kind of just stopped.
Even said whites, you know.
As soon as
Like they're an egg.
as soon as like class was over, I was going to the SU with the black people.
Yeah.
As soon as in work, I'm not really. At first, I was trying to do. After I got used to, bro, I just started chatting to my couple of black people, and it was calm. After I don't go out, like I'm not going to Unt club anymore.
No, I hear we've eliminated, and like that's a good point because we've eliminated ourselves for certain spaces, and like I always say, I want to diversify our guest portfolio, but I also wanted to do it naturally. I want to actually be people like I want to talk to, not because they're just white. It's like, oh, he's just white, let him on the podcast. Like, oh, that's a footballer, but he's also white. I like football. Have him on the pod. I want it to be things I'm also interested in.
We've asked guys just for their interest, and they're white, I guess. So it's a bonus. So
it is like you're saying. We are limited within our market.
Yeah, why do you think you don't connect to white people as much?
I've told these guys that's their constraint. Like if they think like they don't connect to white people, then
it is what it is.
That's gonna be the constraint.
Why do you think you don't, or is it that you don't want to?
It's not that I don't want to. I just never have.
I did when I was younger, playing football. It's not I can. I obviously can. I played at Glebe 2 years ago. Like I can, and I just think it's a bit of tribalism from my part. Like you want
tribalism for you, or you feel out of the tribe when you're with them.
No, I want to take accountability and say it's for my part. I deviate from I try more to be in black spaces around black people and black friends because that's where I'm most comfortable and that's where I can be my most natural self. There's no code switching. I don't know code switch in my spare time, man. I do it at work already, and like I don't think I could naturally. Dave probably can be naturally around him and be himself, and that's just him naturally. Or I feel like I have to do a bit of more coach. Like I was out for dinner with my two friends on Friday, and that's the most I can be by myself. We're talking about like our partners, like relationships deviating and like just literal conversations with my voice, with my mannerisms, my slang, my thing. And I'm like, do I really want to spend 3 hours of my time code switching? I'm not in a space of natural white people anymore. It used to be football was essentially. Once football ended, I just haven't been. What are you now?
I want to explain as well.
No, my reason is I'm black with white people and I'm normal with black people. Like whenever I'm with white people, I am a black person.
You're a black person.
Do you get me? When I'm not with white people, then I'm just that's Tommy. Like I have an identity. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? And like it's really tiring.
I know the light skin jokes are gonna fly, but like I just feel like I'm a chameleon. Like I can drift between both. And like yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like I am. That's what I'm saying. I know that like I can drift between both. Like so.
Because for you, right? You've got white family.
Yeah.
When you're with white people, it's like I'm still Dave. Like,
I'm still Dave. And I can still be with you, and I can still be with my people, and still be Dave as well. Like
for me, it's even to the extreme where I have two different names. Like
what's your white name?
Irish people call me Idris. If white people call me Idris, barely any.
Idris. You actually look like Idris Elba as well.
I never knew your name was Idris.
I do because of the podcast.
That's how much. Like literally, sometimes I might even sign up for something and I'm like, oh, Idris, whatever. And people are like, who the fuck is it? I'm like, oh, it's me. This is my legal name. It's this and that. But it's literally. So it's kind of like I even have to go through a whole different thing. Is like sometimes when I was like, I still got some white people that I'm cool with. Like we were cool in work or whatever, so we're still kind of cool and all that kind of shit. We're walking on the road. If someone sees me, oh, did you what's good? Blah blah. The fuck did you just call you? Oh, yeah, Deji.
My whole thing is though, they really just can't call you Deji. Like that's hard.
Why don't you just yourself as Deji?
Because I don't want. My name is Irolua Tomiwa. Yeah. Tomiwa is my name. Yeah. I don't want to give you the opportunity to butcher that. Tommy.
Bro.
Tommy. But Deji though.
Bro, they butcher Idris. I've heard Idris.
I don't know, man.
Even, bro, they will butcher Deji. And I have to then go into this whole explanation of night and day. It's like the day and then the letter G.
So you don't want to explain yourself in most.
I don't like explaining myself.
You say that, the most I've felt like black or reminded was when I was in an interracial relationship. Like it wasn't even her. With her, it was like I could be parents. But when I was
her community
in the environment, I just like the jokes would fly, the black jokes and all this, and I'm constantly explaining. And maybe that was a reason for myself. So I felt like I even detached a bit more after that. I was like, do you know what? That was the most comfortable setting for me. Like you're saying, I always felt like
Bro, I was thinking about it one day, like, because I like to allow my mind to run. Yeah, I was thinking about it this one day. I was like, okay, so let's just say I date a white girl, and we're cool, and you invite me over for dinner, and then one of your uncles just goes, "Here, do you listen to Tupac?" I'm gonna have to fly over the table and kick you in the head. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, babe, this isn't gonna work. Like,
you know, but like, do you get what I'm trying to say, bro? I still, in 2022, there's still people that go, "Do you listen to Tupac?" He's been dead for a long time, bro. At least upgrade the artist.
Yeah.
At least say, do you listen to 21 Savage?
Let me even take it one step further. Once I tell you I'm Nigerian, don't tell me about that Nigerian guy that you met.
No, you're wrong. Once I tell you I'm Nigerian, don't tell me about the Ivory Coast guy that you know. But some guy goes, I remember. Oh my God! It goes, oh, where's your heritage from?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Nigerian. Goes, oh, there's a fellow I knew from Ghana.
Where'd you go with that bar?
From Ghana.
That's like you telling me Irish. Oh, I knew this lad from Wales. Yeah.
But I gave it not the benefit of the doubt. I was like, they just want to connect, and they're trying to, like, it's a human thing where they feel like they have to connect with you, and the only basis of connection.
Get better at it, fam.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help them.
Bro, get better.
Before, yeah, but it is about educating yourself and getting better at it.
If I'm trying to connect with a white person, I'm not going to connect with the fact that you're white. I'm just going to see if there's something that we fuck with each other.
Yeah.
And it's not always necessarily going to be white shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, you know those potatoes, yeah?
Yeah.
That's like, no white friend. Why'd you go with that vibe?
Because we're using stereotypes.
Yeah, because why is your method of connection to me has to be my skin color?
So if I meet a white friend, I have to go unseasoned food, right? Find a link. He's talking the maddest thing.
Like, also, if I'm dating a white babes, yeah, I go to your house and you cook me some food. Your mom cooks me some lasagna that's dead. I'm just
one of the meals I had, yeah.
Nah.
Let me not talk.
Nah, you need.
How bad was it? How bad was it?
I'm
here. He looks like he's still about to throw up today.
I can see the PTSD.
I have to. No, but listen, that half of me has to defend white people. Okay. Listen, if there's one thing with white people, they can bake.
Yeah,
they can bake. Do you see that TikTok where like, oh my God, nah. Emma's mom made custard rhubarb thing before.
Yeah, you know what? I heard that.
Yeah,
bro.
Heard that.
And you know, and the thing is, with her mom will try to be modest about it. She'd be like, oh, like, don't think it came out that nice, and I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
so she put up to say cooking for my friends and a sick meal and saying, it's not even my best work.
Yeah. I'm like, what's the deluxe then? Like,
I just put something together.
Lads, it was incredible. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Do you actually? Let's be honest about it. Do you care though about diversifying the audience?
Honestly, I do because I feel like I'd like to diversify my personal audience as well, like the people that I have around me. I would really like to, but the issue is like I also want to be really comfortable.
Yes.
And sometimes those two can exist.
Exactly. Because Poets is very intentional about it. He says it on HC podcast all the time. He says, I do my content for my people and my people to enjoy. I don't care if a girl from Middlesbrough or Stoke.
He's privileged.
He's privileged. You forget he did cop a 90.
Not even that. The black people in the UK are enough to make you pop.
Yeah.
Not even that. What's called London is such a multicultural place that
it's a melting pot.
Sometimes you can't tell the difference between the black
guy. Poet doesn't care about that now because he's already did what you don't realize is Poet's already diversified his audience. So now he can sit here in a position now and say, I've did it enough. When he says that, he means I've did it enough. I don't have to do it anymore now. What happened with Poet was on Copper 90 for a minute. That's where he first started diversifying his audience. Football. So he ended things with Copper 90. He ended that marriage. So from then on, his principle has been, I don't have to do it anymore. Like, I don't have to appease to the girl out in Middlesbrough or whatever. Yeah. I did it for years with guys out in Middlesbrough that want football and stuff like that. I did it. But we don't have that privilege. Like you said, we don't have that privilege. So we have to do it ourselves.
What's called music, music and sports,
Yeah,
you can get anything with that.
and that's why there's like no politics in sports, because they know it divides.
Yeah.
So they want to like include everybody.
But
Yeah.
when it comes to like just speaking about cultural shit, because the thing is, like, how I see where I grew up in Navan is completely different to how a white person sees it, because they see it industrial estate, I see church. Do you know what I'm saying? So we can't, like, it's not the same. Do you know what I mean? But when it comes to sports, bro, Lewandowski's banging goals.
There's no when it comes the numbers is not subjective. Sports not subjective. Someone will lose, someone wins, someone scores, someone.
It's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game. You just watch it down the
Good
middle. There's no real subjective.
And that's the thing about being comfortable. Like the thing is, there are people that are within the culture that are white. Do you get what I'm saying? And they will understand what we say because they hang around with they hang around with black people.
Who's that little white boy on TikTok right now? Do you see him on TikTok?
One that's like called auntie, and it's like
yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying?
I like him. Yeah,
there's certain people that will sit in the culture, but the thing is that because we're in Ireland, there's not many places where the majority like there's no hood where it's like majority black people and then there's white people that are mixed in there, and then it's kind of like they almost want to say nigga but they can't, but it's like we grew up in the same place. Whereas you have that in London. Do you get what I'm saying? So you can get a lot of those
audience already, so you don't have to. It's easier for him to be like, I don't care about reaching out to a different audience, because you actually don't need to. It's like a rapper, if it's just big in Atlanta, just the state of Atlanta, they're good. They don't even need to be good big in America. Just the state of Georgia is the state. Sorry, the place of Atlanta.
They already have cool following. Like.
The thing is, and it probably sounds like I don't like white people, and it probably sounds like I don't fuck with them. But the thing is, I do.
I actually think he does. Yeah.
It's just funny when
I've seen him say white girls are good food. Like I've seen it.
He has it in him.
He has it in him.
But it's just that I'm just not willing to be mad uncomfortable. Like the thing is, I'm comfortable enough in work and all these places that I don't really want to be. That in my time off, I want to like. Says, I want to where I appreciate, not like where I'm tolerated.
Exactly. That's what. That's.
Do you think you overthink it though?
No.
I think I get what you're saying, because the white people I was with at Pfizer, I never, maybe because Sam was there to balance things out, but I never felt like I was being tolerated. I like to say I was appreciated, maybe like you saw my leaving, like I never felt to just tolerate Jordan. I felt the people I worked with at Pfizer were like, no, they really fuck with Jordan. Like outside of that work setting, we could be friends, but
because I used to overthink it too. Like honestly, getting accepted into the black culture, like for a period of my life, I overthought it a little bit. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
No, I didn't know.
No, I did. I overthought it. I just stopped overthinking it. Like it's just a bit like people will take me for me kind of thing, and if they don't, then they're being too conscious about the fact I'm mixed race in the room. It's like I'm not thinking about that.
But you see, but what's the repercussion of that? You feel uncomfortable as a result.
In theory, yes. Momentarily, yeah. If they say, you're wearing that wrong, why are you doing this, why are you doing that? But and you're projecting it because it's bothering you more that I am in this room.
But you see, I think that's primarily the problem. You even projecting that is creating an uncomfortable environment for me to exist in.
And also,
I hear,
Do you see what I'm trying to say?
So no, because I empathize because I have been in that position. I have been in that position.
Yeah. So like almost like whatever you do kind of creates this
awkwardness, even if it's not coming from you.
Yeah.
If it's coming from Digi, for an example, it's still creating in a weird.
Well, then fair enough. I might walk out that room and
the thing about it is that if I make any wrong move here,
Yeah.
It's not gonna be nobody. You like have you been in that situation as a kid, right? Because as kids, I always say it's the funniest thing ever. As kids, you don't really realize you're black until something happens, and then you realize that all the white people are backing the white person that might even be wrong, and they're all laughing at you. And it's kind of like
that was my reality, though.
Yeah, I've seen that too many times. I'm
mad
paranoid.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm in this situation where if I put myself in that situation, I've either got to take this or react. And if I react, everyone's going to look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if you do something like my manager saying, my manager at work will ask me, am I eating jerk chicken? Bro, I'm just eating chicken. He's asking me, am I eating jerk chicken?
Yeah, I get it.
If I pop off now,
I get it.
What the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, come on, he didn't mean it like that. What is? And it's always gonna be that. And then also now that I'm the big guy as well, the big black guy as well. Now it's like everyone's gonna start overdoing it because if I make too many movements, now it's like, oh no.
There's certain perception, like a conversation we're having with Dami. Sometimes there's just certain perception that you don't even want created. In that case, you don't. I don't even want the perception of the angry black guy at work. Let me come in and do my job. Don't put these perceptions on me because you're wrong for making that stereotype.
But you know, I apologize because I didn't look at it from that aspect as well. That's if I walk into a room and a black guy is judging me, it could be a projection thing, could be an internalized thing. If a white guy is racist, Like I didn't take that into consideration.
Like for me, like in work, everyone's just like, "Tommy, why are you so calm?" I was like, "Well, I have to be."
Yeah.
Right?
Isn't that annoying that I can't show frustration at work? Like, does not that bother you?
Yeah.
Even if you don't get frustrated, the fact that you feel like you
I
can't.
get very frustrated. But I'm just like, yo, you're always so calm. I was like, bro, the other option isn't great. For me, anyway.
Yeah, for me. Now it's off the talk.
Yeah.
You got angry. Your status is.
My biggest fear is white women, man. I'm telling you. White women in the office, because this is the thing, right? My voice is deep already, yeah. So if I raise my voice a couple decibels, now I'm shouting.
You mean like
at
the
this
intro?
poor, helpless white woman, and if she, God forbid, she cries, I'm getting fired that day.
And I think the fact that how you got kicked out of your house in Charlestown, and there was that experience also plays a factor in your head that whatever narrative they tell is more likely to be believed than whatever narrative I tell.
I didn't experience it so much actually in my current job. I experienced that a lot in pennies, where like a manager will come at you away and you have to control how you kind of respond to it.
Yeah.
Because then, bro, that bad attitude tag they like to put on you as well. They love it. It's cash money. Like, yeah, he has bad attitude.
How are you gonna go about it, bro? How are you gonna diversify?
Yeah.
Like we talked about it. I don't think we found that.
No, because I think we, the generation that coming up after us, have it easier than us.
What you mean by that?
There's a lot of people that just grow up with black people in the school.
Yes.
From jump, and they go to each other's houses, and it's just normal.
Yeah, you should see my house when my sister has her friends over. There's like two mixed race girls, there's two white girls,
and like,
they're all there.
So that girl now, the thing is, the two white girls that are in your sister's house, they see the normality of just being black.
Because they're in the house.
Yeah, and it's just slightly, slightly different. It's like, oh, her ma does this. Her mom
won't let her come to a sleepover. Her mom won't let her do
Not even that. Like, oh, your mom's shouting on you just like my mom shouts on me.
Yeah. Relatability. Because I'm actually in the house.
You're proper normal. Oh, grand.
Even apart from that as well, like, our culture is cool now. Bro, when I was growing up, Tiesto was the band. Bro, I'm not listening to
Calvin Harris and them man.
I'm saying, what's called? But now it's kind of like everyone is listening to Drake. Everyone is listening to Lil Baby. Everyone's listening to that. So if we even want to go to a concert, we can go to concerts now together. Bro, outside of school.
Have you ever seen Longitude?
Yeah.
But this
It's
is
just-
the lineups have even changed.
When the
When
people
you
just
were
go.
in school, outside of school, minus sports, when did you see your white friends? Unless you had to go out and make it a thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Now
There's easier middle ground now.
Yeah,
because
now
like,
there's easy middle grounds. Oh fuck it, I'm going to this concert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's easier now.
Yeah, no, I see it because my sister's 13 and like what he said is true because they're in my house. They are relatable. They see like the food that we eat and it's the more they live with that because on the topic I was saying, they've tried to find the quickest point of relatability. You're from Nigeria, I know a guy from Ghana because they've not been in our space. This guy grew up in Donegal, never around. He saw black people on TV. So the one guy that he met from Ghana is how he relates to you. And you're right, they need to educate themselves and be better. But it's just me saying that sometimes I can understand how your mindset is. If you grew up in Leitrim and all you saw was white people and it's the only black people you saw, it was on TV. And you go to Dublin to DCU, you're meeting black people, you're like, the human side is like, fuck, how can I connect with this person? I'm lucky I have sports. Football has got me through. But some people might not have that. They're like, oh, do you listen to rap? Because that's how they've seen black people in their life, predominantly before social media.
I hear it.
Yeah.
And I almost empathize with them as well.
Yeah, almost.
No, I almost do, but like the issue is just like I know what it's like being on the receiving end of that, and it's frustrating having the same conversation.
I hear it.
That's it.
And maybe it's me trying to like rationalize it because of the frustration I have.
Yeah.
Maybe it's me telling myself, you know what, they don't mean harm. They're just trying to connect in the way they can. Because if I keep going around like, man, they did it again. I'm the one frustrated.
Yeah.
They think they did nothing wrong. They just thought, I had a cool interaction with that black guy.
Yeah, I don't think
I killed that conversation.
he listens to Tupac.
That's why I'm working. You say me like Tupac too.
Do you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
They thought the interaction was great. I got frustrated.
Yeah, like I generally I don't walk around thinking that they have
ill intent.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Yeah, but it's just also like I just don't like having that pressure on me. Like that pressure of making sure that I don't come across as the black guy, the mean black guy, or the guy that he's no crack, he's no this. Or I just you know what, let me just go and hang out with the blacks that just that's Deji, innit?
Yeah, but have you ever been in a group of black people anyway, and you've like if you've been in that group and you just felt they haven't felt your vibe, you just move on to the next group.
Yeah, but that's why
apply the same thing. It makes no difference.
Yeah, but I've done that, and what me moving on to the next group is hanging out with the blacks.
No, he means if you're not connected with a group of white people, move into that group of white people. Because if you're doing it with the black people, you just move to.
Trust me,
group of
you'll
black people.
eventually land on a group of white people that like all the same.
Yeah, that's what he means. Yeah.
This is the thing. I'm not paying everyone 10%. Across my life, there has been a good few of white people that I fuck with because we just fuck with each other from primary school, secondary school, college, everybody. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just that there's a handful of them and they're not all in the same place.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just the way I'd apply myself. Like, if I decided tomorrow, I just want to make all my friends exclusively black, like, cut out all my white friends, and I went about doing that, and I might be in the first group and they're like, oh, they don't like my vibe. I'll just move on to the next group.
Yeah. I hear that.
You don't have to overthink it. Like,
I'm not. Like, I'm still very accepting. Like, if there's anyone I friends that want to be cool with me. Come, let's be friends.
But sometimes they're racist now. Sometimes it's not even that they're being racist. They just don't like you. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes
it's
really
you that don't like
it. Sometimes it's not
true.
racist. Sometimes they just don't like you. Like,
once again,
and you don't have a common ground. They know that too.
Yeah, and once again, like, I'm not shying away from saying that. Oh, I'm never gonna be friends with white people or anything like that. Like, if you're white, you're cool. We'll be cool. Like, I don't mind being cool with people. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just that I'm also not searching for it.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
But the thing is, I'm not searching for friends in general.
Exactly.
Like that's not even the
No.
like I'm not just looking for
I'm
friends.
actually not either.
Like I hang out with Tommy because our misses are friends. If that wasn't the case,
I don't think we'd hang out.
like we're not seeking like oh let's be friends that kind of ways. But anyways, that chat. What are you man trying to the game this week?
I got a question for you, man.
Okay, let's do this.
Go for it.
Would you rather go to jail for a whole year or
spend every weekend
in jail for 5 years?
Go to jail for a whole year, spend every weekend in jail.
I'll go for a year.
Oh, yeah,
Get out the way.
Go for a year, get out of the way.
Imagine working 9 to 5 and then going to jail for the
man.
weekend. Oh God!
Bro,
no way.
I would not answer. Get me.
I'm already doing solitary confinement, working from home. You're telling me I have to go to weekend and just do
for a year, bank gym, eat free food, come back out. A year straight. I just like to do. If I'm gonna do something anyways, that's like even with this podcast thing, I just like get it out the way.
But do you want to risk your ass for a full year?
People are telling me it's perky, so
yeah, that man need to chill. Anyway, not even there.
My guy goes, have at it. It's all yours.
It's yours.
I'll call the community.
I'm
helping out the community.
Oh my God.
If you went to jail, if you actually went to jail,
Don't say it.
When your girls will leave you.
I knew it.
All I'm saying is,
no dates.
Yeah.
But if I went, do you know we actually have this conversation. If I went for a year, she'd wait.
you're married. She has to wait.
A year.
No, she don't.
Yes, you're married.
In theory,
Surely a marriage isn't that fragile. Like if
is
you're
she
married,
waiting exclusively? That's a whole different question.
Kanye says, "I guess we'll never know." I guess we'll never know.
Or do you open up your relationship just before you go in?
God, are you crazy? Why would you do that?
But think about it. You just said your own ass is perky.
That's
So
why
I mean, you're
go.
going to be having some sort of relationships in prison.
listen, if you lost
So-
the camera,
Give us something to work with.
it was double cheeked up and that cannon you're right there. Double cheek.
If you went to like a dangerous prison, would you grab someone's like? Would you get like be someone's bitch?
Yeah, shout out, Tori. I grabbed the nuts. Huh?
Took me a second.
End the podcast
What the?
Dave, I know you're in the middle, like in race
Pan
terms.
pride.
Are you in the middle in the spectrum as well?
Show Tori, man.
I was a little gay. That's what that TikTok said, didn't it?
No, but if
But
I came,
how gay are you?
How gay am I? That's a good.
Sounds like a
Tommy, you're
BuzzFeed
asking a good
article.
question.
You know what?
how gay
That's a
are
good-
you?
how-
Yeah, like how
am I?
gay are you? Yeah.
I'm
Like would you, if you hug your boy and grab his ass, do you feel uncomfortable?
no. I'm actually.
Sorry, what?
No, I could.
No.
If I punch
I've
him in the
done
back,
that before.
Yeah.
No, you know who does that? You know who? Oh my god, Anderson.
And this is like 40% gay, I promise.
Bro, this guy has been trying to molest me.
They just said I'm a victim, lads.
I'm allergic. What's that? You just said, I'm allergic.
The fact that I just said his name and this guy.
Anderson said, what they say? Fuck me.
I mean, you got a nice ass.
That was just a straight Anderson. Like, okay, Anderson's gay as hell, man. But yeah, if I was out of
Slap
prison,
on the bum. I don't play sports and that. It's not that deep.
Damn.
It's not that deep. Massage on the groin. I've gotten those before, and it felt uncomfortable first. You know when you pop it, have you popped it groin out?
No.
God,
I needed that
uncomfortable.
context.
And they have to massage it back.
My
manager-
I don't care. Just get me out of this pain.
Did you say? Did you
I hate as well. I hate it, but I said I'm gonna ignore it.
Because there's an awkward situation. Why am I catching this straight?
Well, because you're sus.
I said, I don't know
Call the
about that.
boys ass
I was saying,
turkey.
Jordan, I don't know about that bar. I wasn't saying.
That's what we're figuring out how gay you're. I got it popped out. I think it was like 14. Like you could actually see like a bump there. My manager massaged it back in. At 14, I was like,
Did his hand slip? And like, how much did you enjoy it as well? Were you just like,
getting it popped back in or the
no, like, did you think to yourself, you know?
I did think that I was like, I'm not into this, so I'm not that gay.
Sometimes you think you're gay, but you ever walk into a gym?
You maybe.
I said sometimes you think you're a bit gay, but you ever walk into a gym? White lads love having a willy.
Yeah, I see that, and I'm not uncomfortable. Now, I used to be when I used to walk in the gym. Willie's hanging out.
I get uncomfortable. I'm literally like, why did you? I saw two white guys having a conversation with a dick out, a casual conversation about with a dick out the other day in the gym. I was literally going between them to try to go to the toilet. I'm like, what is going on? It was the door that was there. Where you man are?
There was one guy, yeah. We were playing football with him. This is a black guy as well. He was going to there, and then he took off, and the white people was shouting, "Asho, is that your piece?" Oh shit, I said his name. I'll cut that. I said, "Is that your piece?" Yeah. I was like, I have to look, boys. Don't call
out Asho because he says someone's piece. Hold him accountable.
This guy was
pause, bro.
This guy. No.
You man are sus. You man are sus.
No.
Tommy. Objectively, yeah. This way, be objective. Something's big or small. Yeah. Like if you look at breasts, you know when breasts are big, you know when breasts are small. Innit? Objectively, when they started that, yeah. If someone shouts at you, looking. I don't like. Who are you proving to? How straight are you proving?
Let's think about this. Just think about it. You're in a room, and white guy goes, "Asho, is that you?" Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to cut it out as well. That's what it is.
No, I hold them accountable.
I think curiosity will get the better of me. I'm sorry. Yeah, curiosity. Will
Well,
get
I've told you,
I
was impressed.
Because I was like, let me determine that. Is it big or not?
I've seen a few groups full of white lads. They always know who has the biggest cock in the group.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked over the
I did it once. I felt like I shouldn't have done that.
Man.
Do you know there was a girl that actually told us, yeah?
The white lads.
You know, in my friend group,
between
two guys, I know who's bigger because the girl told us.
Yeah.
She went and touched
let me
both.
tell you a story.
She told
Two of my boys shared a girl. Yeah. Oh my god. Like I don't know how one of my boys recovered from it because he was confident. He was like, I'm bigger. I'm sure of it. This was outside of church.
Outside of church,
bro. Because they were just like and obviously the other boy was quiet.
Was a Harrison Paul game?
No, so this was like not 10 years ago, like 9 years ago. This guy was confident. He goes, I'm bigger than you, bro. Dead ass. And then he just has to go, yo, who's bigger? He was braggadocious with it. Who's bigger? She goes,
You know, she's like, you know.
If your ego can't take it, don't engage in a threesome.
But she, whoa,
was it a
what?
threesome?
It wasn't a threesome.
Oh, wasn't it?
Whoa. Because then they would know if it was a threesome.
Yeah, they'd know. But like, I was just like, damn, bro, you could have just been quiet.
Nah, like when it happened there, when she actually went down to one of my friends, she just said, yeah. I was like, this guy must be. This guy was good.
Nah,
good
white,
for him.
It's never a revelation in a white boy group. They already have it tapped in who has the big piece.
They just show each other.
Yeah.
How do you measure soft or hard though? When they're measuring, like,
You have to measure hard. I'm just having a bad day if I measure soft. Like
soft is like a good indicator.
Yeah. I remember when
I know a guy that even they talk about his piece like a myth. Even when they said they even saw a soft man. This guy has a hog.
Yeah, but you see, I feel like this is a weird conversation. I feel like that's why this guy's quiet because I talk about this shit. I feel like if you're that big when you're soft, when you get hard, it probably doesn't go that much.
That's it. Some people, it just stiffens.
You said that before though. You said
just
if you're
stiffens.
hung when you're soft, it's probably just only,
The
and then
blood
you might be a
stiffens.
grower then.
Yeah. But that's whatever. How did it start? So yeah. So which one would you?
So how gay are you?
How gay?
I'd go for 1 year.
You 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year.
That's true. Are you opening up your relationship when you go, or what do you do?
Why would you do that?
I'm not doing
How
that.
does that benefit me in any
In
way?
any way,
Because you love her so much that you want her to be happy when you're away.
Control yourself. Have some self-control. Fuck are you talking about?
Because
she's getting hers.
but how long would you have to go for you to be like, you know what, go live your life?
No,
Nah.
No, like what's a number? If like say for example, if they told me 5 years in jail, I don't think I could tell my.
I'm selfish. You can't be out here having fun and I'm.
no. If I'm going to prison for if I was to ever get 5 years, I'm saying I'm leaving the relationship.
Yeah, just live.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down. Like even the year, I'll be like, look, I'm letting you know now. Don't feel like you have to stay. If you want to go, please go. Don't have me in there ticking.
You can't do that.
Why?
You'll have to end the relationship.
Why?
Because you say to someone, you don't have to feel bad. It's okay if you leave. It's your like they're not gonna leave when you say that.
I'm literally telling you, please.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that though.
Please, for my sake, leave now.
It doesn't work like that. You'll have to end it because no one's gonna listen to you when you say that.
Yeah, some people would.
No.
I'm giving you, like, I'm telling you, right? I'm literally saying, please, if you know that's what you're on, if you know that you can't wait, just go. It's no hard feelings. If I come out and maybe this love is still there, maybe. But for now, if you want to go, please go. If you're here, let me know that you're here.
I don't know, Gary.
Oh, my baby's at home. Let me call her.
We scheduled this call last week. It's 4 p.m. shipping. You want to put that in? Yeah. Yeah. No, there is. What you don't have a number of like what year of you be like? If I go in for 5 years, Emma, you can go off and do your thing. And live your life.
That's a significant amount of time in someone's life to wait.
I don't think 1 year is good.
1 year. Well,
3.
To be honest, none of it is good. Do you get me? There's no good waiting for any amount of time. But like 5 years is just wild.
3 years.
Because think about it.
What would you do? 3 years?
Imagine how old is your
29 now.
She's 29.
Yeah.
She'd be 34.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Still young. They'll come away from you, man.
Bro, live your life.
The question is,
But no, 1 year though.
1 year is calm. 1 year is
Nah.
calm. You can do 1 year.
Yeah.
You can I can do
Can't
1
be
year.
having a phone. Like.
I can do 1 year.
me stay for 1 year.
Yeah.
Oh, we're opening up that relationship.
If you were the one outside,
Yeah, we're opening.
but if you're the one inside, you can say.
You're looking for bussy.
If I'm the one inside, I've already said, look, you don't have to stay with me. Please leave.
Okay.
Wait, is it okay? Do you lack control?
No.
But
Then
you like sex.
why? What's the problem with waiting for 1 year?
Well, 1 year I can do 1 year.
Because why am I
The sex girl can't wait.
But
man.
but obviously we're speaking about it from the perspective of this is someone that you love and you see a future
We
with.
good?
Yeah, we're good.
Is it back in? Is it recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're speaking from the perspective of this one that you love and you want to build the future
Yeah,
with.
look, we can.
Is that love not worth 1 year sacrifice?
Yeah, 1 year. 1 year I can do 1 year.
Don't say it like that.
No, that's how he's saying. That's how it is.
Don't say it like that.
No, because that's what you're saying though.
That's what you're saying,
I
though.
didn't say I don't want to be with you anymore. I just said I might be fucking these hoes.
But so basically what you're saying is
Look, my heart's
that
in prison, but my dick is in the streets.
so you're saying
Sex God. Big
no,
bitch.
so he's basically just saying that like I love you and all, yeah, but you're not worth
No.
me.
But my
That's
That's what I'm
No,
hearing.
That's what you're saying.
But my
That's what
basic,
he
I
means.
love you, but my basic need for sex outweighs that.
Yeah, I always my love for
When
you.
there's too many,
So that means even if you're out, if you're not able to satisfy me, I might seek it
like,
elsewhere.
bro, I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna have to hold that and develop a porn addiction. Like that's the only way.
Like
you
the rest of us.
Like that's the only way.
My
like,
guy goes
you're gonna,
develop
like,
a porn addiction.
Develop a porn addiction, man. Like that's the least you can do.
They'd be cooking this
Hold
one.
that.
But
Wait. So you're married. You kind of have to stay for at least 2-3 years.
yeah.
The marriage tax is too strong.
5 years.
You might have to go the whole 5. They might have to go the whole 5.
5 years.
They're
5 years.
married.
No, I would say married, but if it's 5 years, we have to have a conversation. Like we
Put the
will.
relationship on pause.
Yeah.
Not even on pause. Look, I'll be out here slinging it. I'm not gonna fall in love.
Because I would offer the same
Bro,
energy. Because if
bro.
I was going for 5 years, I'm not holding you to this relationship. Like you were saying, if I'm going for 5 years, I'm fully like, look, go live your life. There's more. If I fucked up and I'm in prison, You go live your life.
What if
I
I'm
fucked
prison
up.
for you?
Then wait 5 years.
Wait,
You have to be punished as well in some
how
sort.
dare you
in
move
some
on?
sort of way. If I'm in prison for you, you do wait 5 years.
Bro.
But if I do something and I fuck up and I go, you shouldn't punish for that 5 years.
Yeah, it's my
I don't think
responsibility.
so. But yeah, back to your question, 20% gay.
20%.
20%.
How did you get 20%? Okay, what
20%.
like,
I said Asha has a piece.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever like lips a man. No, not for me. But I have no problem admitting when someone's good looking. A guy is a good looking guy.
Bro, I've seen some fine boys, bro.
Bro, that's my 20%. I say
I
God as handsome. Oh, he's handsome.
Yeah.
He's
Like, Timmy was telling me
Like
something.
I'm intimidated by you, bro.
Yeah.
Fine boy.
Dave is a solid C+ when it comes to the gator.
Like Giroud
it's
yesterday.
the-
Like Giroud, I was watching the French match. My mate was like, Giroud, it's good. It's good milk. And I was like, yeah, Giroud is good milk. Yeah, like I have no issues with that.
There's no problem with that.
I looked at man's piece and said that's a big piece.
What's some good milk, man?
Oh, Giroud.
But you're like caramel milk.
But I mean, just in general, what's good?
Beckham. Beckham is good milk.
What's Thor's name?
Tory.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth.
Chris
Chris
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth,
Good
yeah.
milk.
What's the guy that
yeah.
Superman?
Henry Cavill. Good milk.
Great milk.
Good milk. Good milk.
Bro! Nah, that's a fine man. What are you talking to me, bro?
See,
Fam, he's a head-
what
bro.
percentage are you giving yourself now?
I'm probably like 15. 15 to 17.
They're just gonna say 2%. He's gonna
No,
deny all
no, no,
allegation.
I would admit if a guy's good looking.
Yeah, would you admit if a guy had a piece?
Look, if it's a crazy
Yeah! It was a crazy thing.
I'm not gonna go looking for it.
That's what. No,
But I'm gonna be like, that
didn't
shit
look-
crazy.
People shouted, and I was like, I gotta see
like,
this.
When you're watching porn, and someone has a thing that's like, bro,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could get to a point where I'm actually like anything physical other than like a hug. Like, I just don't think that's not for me.
Ryan Gosling, man. Good milk. Medium ugly. That's how I like some of them.
This is weird.
Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool. Maybe because
Yeah.
No, he's not.
he's not good milk.
He's not better than Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
No, sorry. I don't actually think Ryan Gosling is that good
That's what I said.
looking.
He's medium ugly.
He just looks stupid. Don't you think so?
Look at me slow.
Ryan Gosling looks like he's like what'd you say? Like he looks like that. So I don't understand why people are always like, oh, he's so beautiful.
Oh,
He looks
man.
dumb.
Oh, but we didn't even charge into the game.
oh yeah, try it. Good.
Why am I charging to the game? I was just charging to the game for my old man getting COVID November 2022. Charging.
What?
Charging.
You
Charging.
let him know COVID's over.
Bro, he texted group chat today. I was like, charging. November 2022, getting the vid, you know.
In the vid.
He needs to.
Tell him, bro, that's childish.
You're gonna fix your immune system.
My
What's
dad
going on
asked
with
me
you?
today,
Like,
so I get the third booster with that.
Like, this is the first time he's gotten it, though. But I'm like, you waited November 2022 to get it.
how many times have you had it?
None.
I've had it twice.
Officially.
I've had it
I
twice.
might have had it, but I haven't tested positive, like, yet.
Yeah,
Officially.
But winter's coming, so it's happening. You've had it twice.
I've had it twice as well. Yeah.
Yeah, officially once, and that was it was whiskey, but it was worth it.
No, that's definitely
so.
worth it. What you man charged to the game?
If I say my own now,
Say
people's
it.
like getting on to me.
Say it.
Is a car.
Bro,
Your car's dead again.
Just do 10 toes, man. It's over.
I had to buy an engine, bro.
Let it go, bro. It's over. Dude, join the 10 toes club, man.
Yeah, go for it. No, in this country,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you charged to the
I
game,
feel
bro.
so poor when I go on public transport. I feel disgusted when I'm waiting for a bus. It says 2 minutes, and 5 minutes later, I'm still
Yeah. Stand there like a donut.
My guy goes, I want to control my own destiny.
Yeah.
I want to go where I want to go when I want to go.
Actually, let me say this. You know what? As a man, clip this for agenda. As a man,
You do clips. Don't look at me.
I do
clip
clips.
this for agenda. As a man,
And I'll clip it for
if
agenda.
you are anything over the age of, let me be nice and say 21, and you don't know, I'm not even saying you have a car. If you don't know how to drive over the age of 21, when these guys are talking about short men, they're talking about you too. Anyways, that's my.
Well, I know how to drive, technically.
They felt it like it's
Chill out a bit, man.
He said technically.
What was that for me for?
I'm over 21.
No,
I don't have to drive.
I do the maths.
I'm in agenda.
Yeah, I'm in agenda.
Doesn't matter. How can you not drive?
Why are you charged to the game, bro?
This winter.
I charged that to the game. I think what eBay was here.
Bro, this winter.
Like, it kills. Does it kill motivation for you? The cold and the dark.
bro. Like, I never used to understand seasonal depression until this time around.
Yeah.
There's one day I stayed home the whole day. And I finished work about. I was supposed to finish at 4:30. I finished like 5:30, and it was dark. And I was just like, "Oh shit!" My body was telling me, "Yeah, it's bedtime." And I was like,
yeah.
Yo, what the this feels so like, and I felt so demotivated. I couldn't do anything.
It's like automatically, I'm not supposed to do anything now.
Bro, I felt so demotivated.
I should just go to bed.
Literally,
it's 4:45. Like, let me just chill inside today.
that was the first time I said, "Yeah, this winter's gonna be long."
Yeah.
I used to be a weirdo kid that liked winter.
I used to like winter as well.
Yeah.
How?
No, because like I like when it's dark and bustling.
As a student, actually, to be fair, during this time of year, this was semester 1. It's like it's cold out in events, so you're out and about.
There's so much shit happening during
There's
this
so
time.
much to do as a student when you're during winter.
Bro, now is walk.
12 pubs, all this happening. Yeah,
See,
I hear it.
I used to be chubby, so like I used to when I was a teenager. So I used to love. I used to love when
I'm laughing. I'm sorry. You just the way you said it.
I used to love when it was winter season because I would just wear hoodies. And then when I had to wear t-shirts in the summer, I used to be stressed out.
Oh, because
I hear that.
So winter came. I just had to wear hoodies like.
Now people will now be telling you, you're not that big. I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, you know yourself.
Well, did you try something again? Oh, you tried your car?
Apparently it's supposed to snow, you know. I hate snow. Jesus Christ. If it snows, I'm charging that.
if it snows, he's charging some for the future. He's charging
Bro, snow is so... It's just inconsiderate. Like, why? Like, why the fuck? It's cold. Like, the thing is, right? It's nice to look out for about like 5 minutes. And then as soon as that is over, you realize how fucking impractical it is.
I hate the snow because it's actually not dark anymore.
What you mean?
Did you ever notice this is glow at nighttime when it snows?
Oh, yes. The
And
skies are glowing.
I can't sleep.
Yeah.
I hate that there's no one you can get mad at when the weather's bad. Like I can't get mad at the government because the weather's bad.
This is a very Irish conversation talking about the weather.
Yeah.
No,
Let's
but
see,
like,
we can connect.
there's no way to connect.
Connect and diversify.
We're trying to pull in the whale.
About the weather. Do you know that? Right, before we wrap up.
You never asked me my charger ever. Oh,
I
no,
thought
you
you
don't
tried
ask me
something
my
again.
charger. I didn't ask you.
What are you trying to the game this week, bro?
Cristiano Ronaldo's gone, man.
Oh, God.
Cristiano Ronaldo's out of
I
my
don't
club.
understand. I don't watch football.
You don't watch football? Okay, so for context.
I know you did an interview. Was it to Chucky this week?
And Taser.
Taser and
Taser,
Meeks, I think
Taser,
his name
and
is.
Craig Mitch, yeah.
Pretty much, imagine you're at work here, and one day you just drop a podcast and you say, you know what?
Fuck
This
everybody.
workplace is just shit. Like everything in there's shit. It's not what it seems like. It's shit.
I hear you slagging the chefs.
The chef said, what are you fucking
He said the tiles on the bath.
My manager, what? They gave me a laptop from 2002.
Yeah.
My manager is shit. Like she doesn't know what she's doing.
Just respect me, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
But
it.
now he's left. That was a consequence.
Has he left the team?
Yeah, he's
He's been
mutual
sacked.
termination
He's
of
been sacked with immediate
contract.
effect,
Do you think you're going to come out here and chat shit about your manager and you still have your job?
yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, that was the dagger, like I'd say that.
Okay.
And
But like, what did he make a good impact on the team when he came back?
He did last season.
did.
He was their top goal
'Cause,
scorer.
yeah,
He
but
scored
like,
24 goals. But
he did, like,
Is that better than the average? Is that
for,
like
for a 37-year-old?
Yeah.
That is
he had an outlier season.
ridiculous output. No, it's not outlier season.
But for a 37-year-old, it's an outlier.
Not for Ronaldo, not that.
Yeah, no, not for Ronaldo. For
a 37-year-old?
37-year-old,
No,
it's
wait,
an outlier.
to be honest, how many strikers?
Ibrahimovic is older, isn't he?
Yeah, but those are not the like Ibrahimovic,
They're not the normal
Ronaldo.
numbers.
Those are like all
I-
time.
So yeah, so
I
he's
know,
like
I
an
know.
anomaly.
Yeah.
Then,
As a 37-year-old, those are not
Yeah.
Forget
normal.
about a 37-year-old striker. How many? You said 24 goals.
24 goals.
24 goals as a striker in the Premier League.
Yeah.
That's not light. That's not light these days.
That's-
Top
that's-
scorer only gets like 21 goals.
Exactly, so-
He got 18 last year.
Full stop. Forget about the fact that.
So just the amount, this sheer
Yeah,
amount
yeah,
of goals
Yeah.
is like,
Yeah.
damn. And
Yeah,
then
he was top goals,
goals,
top seconds.
and then 37-year-olds is
Yeah.
like, this
exactly.
is
And-
completely.
It's impressive regardless.
And nostalgia tax.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted him. I didn't want him initially, but I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna get a nostalgia hit out of it, bring number 7 back to the club. But yeah, no, like once that nostalgia kind of wears off, you kind of have to look at the bigger picture and go, right, the guy's 37. Like he could put out, he could continue this output the following season, and I'm still thinking about he's just 38 in a few months. So like, yeah, you kind of have to look at the bigger picture of these sort of things.
Do you think
and,
he's going to be playing for till he's 40?
Yeah, that's the thing. But I think the biggest skill you can have the biggest skill you can have when you get to that age in football is self-awareness.
I was literally about to say.
So it's just knowing kind of when you need to step out of the game and when you almost have to kind of take on a mentor role.
People are saying
Ibrahimovic. I know what you're gonna say. It's hard with Ronaldo because Ronaldo has always been that guy.
And
so Ronaldo has never ever been. So for context, Ronaldo's never ever been rotated out of a team. The only time he has is when he's been injured and you need to give him 2 or 3 months to ease back in. He's been out 2 to 3 months. So you need to give him like 1 to 5 games to ease back in. That's the only time. And an unfit Ronaldo technically has only ever been treated rotational. Now the past year. He's been treated, even at Juventus. That's why he left Juventus in the first place. They said, look, we're only able to give you about 60 minutes on average, and that's on a good day. Do you know what I mean? Because you're
on average over how long?
He's used to 90 minutes, so per game, we're only able to give you 50 to 60 like minutes. Like, apparently that's what Pirlo said to him, and that's on a good day. Do you know what I mean? So he wasn't having any of that. They said it was to clear. They obviously wanted to clear the wage bill or whatever. But yeah, no, I said it to say Ronaldo's not you. Ronaldo's always used to being that guy.
Yeah.
So.
Once again, though, like I feel like if this is more of a conversation if you're still not one of the highest scorers in the league. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if think about it, if Ronaldo came out and he scored 7 goals in the league last season,
The league season before.
like,
Yeah.
I get it.
It would be like, bro, come on, like you can see that this isn't working.
Yeah, because the decline isn't obvious
Do you get what
to
I'm saying?
him.
But if I'm
So why would I
banging-
accept a lesser role
like,
if I'm not declining?
Because at the end of the day, goals win games, innit? And
Yeah.
I'm banging goals. Like if I come and it's like no, like this is a different conversation. If you say that any of these other men on this team are banging the same amount of goals as me or more, they're not. Why you
that's a
take
good
me
point.
I
out?
saw someone say that, but I saw someone say the exact same thing. Like, it's harder to come back down to earth when only 8 months ago I was finishing off the season with 18 goals in the Prem. Now suddenly I'm dusted. No, but like the whole thing is, it's look at how almost rapid your trajectory is between going from like 21 to 22. How you develop as a footballer, it's as quick regressing from 36 to 37. So like you can't beat father time. That's my whole thing. Like Ronaldo's been told for years, like, you're that guy, and even we've almost tried rubbing Ronaldo's ego a bit even into his later age by doing this bullshit of scientists study Ronaldo's body and he actually has the body of a 21. Get the fuck out of here, man. I saw Salisu, some Southampton kids outrun him. I was like, he's done. He's finished. Like I saw two big black Southampton defenders just 3/4 pace.
That's not imagine to be black.
Yeah, 3/4 pace. Just beat Ronaldo on it. They're jogging 3/4 pace. I was like, he's done. He's finished. Yeah. So you can't give me this whole, he's the body of a 21-year-old.
Does he have the capacity to keep up with the fitness of the game of the younger guys
That's
today?
the thing. Football has changed. Like, I don't get too much into like statistics of football or whatever the statistic. It's changed into a game where you are basically defend from the front, so you need to press and attack or like even the attackers now need to chase the ball essentially. Like you need to chase. And because he doesn't do that, it can kill the whole flow of the team, essentially. So even if he's scoring, sometimes
you're affecting the overall flow.
Yeah. And I sympathize with him what Dave said. Imagine you're 17. They're telling you, Tommy, where's your head at? From 17, they said, Tommy, where's your head at? That's the best podcast in the world. You're 17. You live 20 years, which is your whole adulthood and basically more than half your life.
You do a whole Howard Stern thing.
Yeah, with that narrative.
At the age of 37.
And at the age of 37, someone's telling you you're not that
washed.
guy. Obviously.
You close out every single show. You're the last.
Obviously, you're going to have a defensive reaction to be like, no, I'm still that guy. Because people are just expecting him to forget 20 years of conditioning. Of I'm being that guy from 17 to 20. I'm one of the best players. People are just saying like, just accept it.
People can't comprehend that.
He's probably one of 2 people to ever be Ronaldo. He's arguably the greatest player of all time. So when people are looking at him, I'm like, I can sympathize because I've seen lesser basketball player like Allen Iverson went to Turkey because he couldn't handle being lesser. He had to be the guy. Allen Iverson was like, if I can't be the guy, I'm not coming off the bench. I'm leaving. Carmelo Anthony left the league until he accepted. So I sympathize with these people because they start from the age of 14 to be like, you're that guy. And they get to 37, it's like, you're not that guy.
And do you know what's crazy as well?
It's hard.
Like, you actually have to exist in that mentality to perform as well as you do.
Boom. The same ego that got you there, now people are saying get rid of that ego.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the biggest skill to transition from that. Like,
still, the thing is, right?
That's aging gracefully.
The Ronaldo thing, like, I hear everything that everyone is saying, but I still kind of see exactly where he's coming from.
No, so do I.
We all do.
So do I.
Yeah. No, but the thing is,
but I see what you mean.
People keep saying he's washed, right? But the thing is, it's not really.
My numbers aren't saying that.
Because the thing
I agree.
Like even today, as of right now, there's arguably only 3 teams that he doesn't walk into.
Do you know what? He's not washed, but the way he plays doesn't suit modern football.
It does. Yeah.
It will kill the flow of your team.
He'll walk.
So he's a skilled old guy.
If a team is ready to win now, you can insert Ronaldo, and maybe it might not kill the flow of the team. But the way football is played in general, with the pressing style, the gang press.
Ronaldo has never had to compromise where he's had to play around the team. The team has always had to play around him. So think about peak Real Madrid 17, 18. Everything in their play was built like the way a bit like we're seeing with Haaland and Man City right now. Everything is built around playing towards Ronaldo. Marcelo gets the ball, he comes in, he could Carvajal, whatever, they overlap. It's all just rooted to getting the ball in the box onto Ronaldo.
And he'll score.
So he's never had to be, and you can see him in game realize it's like he wants to have the tools to play to,
the system,
facilitate the team.
Yeah.
So he wants to like drop back and get the ball from deep, but he's never had to do that, and especially combine the fact that his legs aren't really doing what he wants. In his head, he's still the Ronaldo that can do the chop, has a stupid pace and stuff like that. So he's like, oh, easy, yeah.
To what you're saying,
I could just drop back.
Ego that got him there.
Yeah.
How do you?
Yeah.
Like, that's why I sympathize with him. Like in the same sense that you're saying, like the numbers don't show decline.
Yeah.
But the eyes are like we watch.
It's like Elvis towards his death. Elvis could not believe he wasn't.
All I'm saying is right. If he was a midfielder and he had to spray the ball and he could still spray the ball and everything, but it's different. You get what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying.
But when it comes to look, goals win games.
Yeah.
And I'm a certified goal scorer.
It's a simple equation in his mind.
Bang these goals, and it's kind of like none of these men are banging more goals.
I get it. That's a good argument. Like Rashford and Martial are scoring. I'm scoring. Why should I take a lesser role for these guys when I just outscored them 8 months ago? I hear it.
But for that reason, like, because the thing is, I actually don't think Ronaldo's as delusional as people say he is. Because for me, I think he does understand that he's getting older. He does understand. Like even in the interview, he was like, "Look, they're trying to compare me to 21. I'm not 21 anymore. Well, which 37-year-old do you know that does what I can do?"
Oh no, he's an elite for a 37-year-old. There's no lying about that.
But it's just once again, it comes to the thing of like, there's one goal. Like at the end of the day, you can do all of this press, gang press, do this. I don't think it can lead to winning. No, at a high level. Aim of the game is to put the ball back in the net, and he says. There's nobody that does it.
But I hear that, Dej. I hear that. But the only way we'll find out if Ronaldo is dusted is when he moves into a new team with a new system.
Yeah.
But right now in this situation,
he's looking dusted.
Technically, Martial and Rashford score more goals than him because they suit the system more. When you thrive off the system,
technically, what does their numbers say? What do their numbers say?
Well, Rashford's already on 8 goals in all competitions this season. Like, which is. I know. How
long is the season for? But
it's what's called Ronaldo out of the team. The goals are spread across more players.
You get a better team function. You're not trying to force feed one player to give you the goal.
With him on, so he's like, if he's playing, he's always going to get more numbers because we're just trying to get the ball in the box.
And sometimes that's detrimental long run. You can win, but long run to win championships, you might not be able to get there.
It sounds like,
especially when, let's face it, he's not as sharp either.
It's
evident.
It sounds like he's been playing a team sports by himself almost.
That's what I'm saying.
His whole career.
I repeat,
somebody that has he has 700 and something career goals.
Yeah, nearly 800.
Every team has been built around playing around Ronaldo. So every team has been built around playing around Ronaldo. So this has been the first position where he's had his back, where the team is actually, we're building this. You have to contribute to the way I want this team built, my image. So the manager said, you need to contribute to how I have this image of how I want to build this team.
Yeah.
If you can't compromise that, then I don't want you. Then I can't promise you minutes. I can't promise you the club. That's where he says the disrespect has came from.
Yeah.
When it's just simple, it's in any job. Like I need, it's like if your whole team perform to one target. You hear of a lot of jobs like that, and if one guy isn't on it, it affects the overall of the whole target.
Group assignments in college.
Yeah, group assignments.
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing. If it's so painfully evident when Ronaldo's on the ball that we don't play as well as a team. So he hurts the overall kind of result of the team.
And you're a Man U fan, obviously. You're a Man U fan.
I'm a United fan. Yeah. I'm a Ronaldo fanboy. Like I can still say I am.
Yeah.
But my yearn to see United successful again outweighs how much I like Ronaldo. Yeah.
I heard that.
So I've argued with Ronaldo fanboys about this. So my compatriots, my fellow guys, like we shouldn't be fighting. Come on, peace, not war.
Before we close it out, Tommy, because I think are we out of time?
Yeah.
What's next for you personally, and what's next for the podcast?
Me personally.
Drummer, all that. Are you going to
That's-
do content yourself next year, or
Huh?
are you going to do your own content? Because we see Snow now doing the.
Influencer.
Yeah, I was actually. You know what? Yeah, I've been thinking about it, but he's inspired me now. So
Yeah, he inspired me too.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
they
gonna
just
try.
give me an idea ages ago. When next year we're pulling the trigger.
Yeah,
Pull the trigger, doing our own
because I
content,
feel
doing
feel
podcasts.
like that's one thing that has helped a lot of the podcasts that we look up to.
He says this all. He preaches this to us. Do something different. Bring the audience back to the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, because like there's like let's use Three Shots as an example. There's
We do.
Keith fans, there's Marvin fans,
There's Taser fans.
there's Taser fans.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? And then they all just communally meet up at
Three Shots.
Three Shots.
But
Yeah.
that's even how, because like how I heard of Three Shots was because I used to listen to on Top of Talk Show with Marv and Rob, and then I was like, oh, shit, Marv's doing this. Let me check it out, and then that's how I found Three Shots. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's just one of those things where once you build, everybody's gonna build their own things. 'Cause
Yeah.
The thing is, the content that Snow's making now, there's gonna be girls that see it. There's gonna be guys that see it. People that never listen to podcasts or anything like that, and you might not even know what Where's Your Head At is. And then they'll wonder, oh, what's that? Live show? Snow's gonna be, oh, yeah, I fuck with Snow. The same thing is gonna be like, oh, Tommy's the drummer, he's the guy that drums, he does this. And it's like, oh, the show, oh, yeah, fuck it, Tommy's there, why not? And
Yeah,
so it's
yeah, I
back
heard
to
that.
Because of you. And then you just funnel all of that right back to the show, and the show just gets bigger because of that.
Yeah, no,
And
that-
it just continues to grow.
So I guess I have to now. I
Yeah,
guess.
no,
Oh,
we all have
Bro,
to.
once we had this conversation, like, I feel like as podcasters now, you have no choice but to also become an influencer on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get your own audience and you bring. it
Because even
back
if we take the podcast on a personal level, like people can tell us if they want. I'm not interested in this. Like I don't know you enough like that to you know.
listen to you for
Yeah,
2 hours.
yeah.
But if they invest in my little like snippets of my own content, they're like, actually, like you're saying, I'm a Jordan fan or I'm a Deji fan. Oh,
Yeah,
Deji has a
yeah, yeah.
podcast. Oh, let me tune into his podcast.
And even if you don't tune into podcasts, bro, you might come to the
Tune
show,
into me.
But exactly, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just-
So yeah, I think that's next for you guys. Anyways, so anything else before we wrap up?
Song of the week.
Song of the week. Song of the
vote
week.
for us on the Black and Irish thing. Obviously, these men are here. That's the ups. Don't vote for them.
Nah. Big ups.
Nah, it's love, innit? Like,
Big ups
Right.
Charge It. Big ups Where's Your Head At. Big ups Dongo.
Song of the week.
Been putting in work. So
I'm gonna go with. What am I even listening to this week?
I was listening to that.
I'm gonna go with Mr. Easy Protect.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Glorilla. I've been listening to her tomorrow. That song's
Where are you
hard.
going with?
016 by M4 Wav.
I haven't really listened to music.
It's
this
like
week.
it's house.
But on the way here,
It's house, is it?
Yeah. What comes out of South Africa.
It's
It's
on
not
piano,
my piano,
man.
it's actually house. Yeah.
It's house.
I was listening to Kendrick on the way here, so go listen to Love by Kendrick. Yeah, let's not listen to music. I'm on podcast this week.
Yeah, so
Music.
you just cooked me though when I said I was only on podcast for a couple of weeks.
I'll go.
Did you do some of the week?
Yeah, I did.
Right,
it.
Tommy,
Glorilla,
thank
yeah.
you for coming.
Love
Go
Buzz.
comment, like, and subscribe here at Culture Shop Media.
Do
If
the
you didn't like
needful.
anything that we said on this podcast today, well, you can charge out to the game.
Charge
Thank you
it.
for listening.